while. This one's for Christine Pavlina, okay? Enjoy, Christine. Here we go, guys. This one's gonna be a soulful ballad. I can feel it in my bones and in my boner. And doesn't my hair look great? It's fantastic. This one's gonna be a soulful ballad. Here we go. I can feel it in my bones. Christine Pavlina needs a man, and on her blank white page she'll draw a diagram. The election is not over yet, and your dead loved one said Bernie Sanders will win. Yeah, Mark Foster is her #1. Except for President Sanders, soon he will run things. If he don't, then herself she will cut. Angelic realm will too. Pavlina's words must be true. All you psychics are just narcissists, and you are dumb, dumb, dumb. Bow to President Trump. All you psychics are just narcissists. You are dumb, dumb, dumb. Believing in this bullshit. All you psychics are just narcissists. You are dumb, dumb, dumb. So bow to President Trump. All you psychics are just narcissists. You are dumb, dumb, dumb for believing your own bullshit. So there you go, guys. Brand new hit song from the greatest singer alive and Christine Pavlina's other soulmate, okay? I love you, Christine. And all you psychics out there, I love you too. Adios.
Mama, what is it? Why are you looking at me like that? Mama, you're frightening me. Bow your head and pray. And God made Eve from the rib of Adam. And Eve was weak and loosed the raven on the world. Mama, the raven was called sin. And the first sin was the sin of lust. So God visited Eve with a curse, and the curse was the curse of blood. And God made Eve from Adam's rib, and Eve was weak. Mama. And Eve was weak. How could I know? Eve was weak. Why didn't you tell me? To bear the curse of blood. It's not a curse, Mama. The curse of blood. It's something all girls go through. The curse of blood. You should have told me. Down in the cellar and pray, woman. Pray to heaven for your wicked soul. Mama, the raven came to plague the world. His name was sin. His name was sin. His name was sin. And lust was how the sin began. The sin was man. I don't understand. No. The sin was man. God has seen your sinning, just beginning. Hooray for your salvation from damnation. Come again. Mama, what is this? Come again. Don't it's come again. But I started until the seas crash. The power never ends. It never ends. It never ends. Mama, I was so scared, and they all stared. I thought I was dying. I started crying. Mama, please don't. You'll be Satan's blood. Mercy, get down on your knees. I could see you inside. Don't believe when you're I could see how you lied. But I never told you. That's how Lucifer fell. Mama, how could I know? And you're headed for hell. I won't let you go. Satan loves a sinner. I'm not a sinner. Satan's broken burning. God, she's burning. Prayer. He will and Eve was weak, and Eve was weak, and I was weak. I prayed this day would never come. I should have known. I should have known. Now I am alone and so afraid. Oh Lord, I've seen this power before. The flesh is weak and I am lost. Father, don't forsake her, but take her. Cleanse us, purify her with the fire and the power and the glory. Forever and ever.
book. You know you can't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up crazy if you do the cooking by the book. Then you'll have a...
Bring it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up. Drop that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up. Bring it down, bitch. Let me see you back it up. Drop that ass down, load it, pick that motherfucker up. Now back that pussy, she's a motherfucker. Hey, back that pussy, she's a motherfucker. Now back that pussy, she's a motherfucker. Hey, back that pussy, she's a motherfucker.
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.
What?
If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book.
What?
You know you can't be lazy.
Yeah.
Never use a messy recipe.
What?
The cake will end up crazy if you do the cooking by the book. Then you'll have a...
Rub that shit, it's yours, bitch. Grab it, dick, it's yours, bitch. Rub that shit, it's yours, bitch. Grab it, dick, it's yours, bitch. Turn around, bitch. Put that ass on the nigga. Grind on the dick, make it get a little better. Turn around, bitch. Put that ass on the nigga. Grind that dick, get take that bitch.
You gotta do the cooking by the book.
Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna have a vampire party tonight. We're gonna have a vampire party, alright. 'Cause we ain't got nothing better to do than stab vampires and drink a couple of brews. Conspirators and gay shaman, psychic vampires, and Renato's nips. 'Cause we ain't got nothing better to do than stab vampires and drink a couple of brews. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Ron, where are you?
Where are you? He's ruining the show, and he's not even here.
This is a record for ruining the show. It's never been ruined this fast before. Look, he's even in the thumbnail. I put you in the thumbnail, Ron. Where are you, buddy? We need you. No, we don't need you, Ron. If that's how you want to play it, we don't need you, buddy. But we'll wait patiently. How's it going, Doc?
Couldn't be better. I'm just doing a very quick appeal to my most recent terms and use strike, which is really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. We want to go ahead and tell everyone what happened. I'm just kidding, Ron. We need you. We love you, buddy.
We love you. Come back to us, Ron. Where are you? Maybe he's migrating from the winter, you know?
Maybe.
He goes to hibernation like a big hairy bear.
He could have narcolepsy and just passed out. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he's getting his nipples waxed.
Oh, God. There's an image I could live my whole life without.
You don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, the strike thing is kind of interesting, and I'm not going to mention a name, but about a month ago, I received like 500 death threats against myself and my kids and my pets and the cactus that I keep on my desk, and lots of Jewish stuff, you know, Holocaust denial and that my mother should be gassed. And the individual involved in that has just accused me of bullying him. And I have a strike on it. So, the irony is huge in that respect.
Oh, there's a lot of irony with this particular person. It's just everything that this particular person accuses others of doing, he himself is guilty of doing to a much higher degree. So I'm not really shocked that your video got flagged down by this person. He's flagged down other people who have shown him before. And they get the flagging, or they get the strike because the content that they're showing is so graphic, but the content is actually of the person who's doing the flagging. Sorry, I made that very confusing.
No, it's true, but I understand, or at least word around the campfire is this not tall person is now living in the Ewok village.
Yeah, I heard he's living in a hole in a tree somewhere in the woods. And he's hijacking somebody's wireless, so that's how he's getting online still.
Stealing nuts from the squirrels and fighting groundhogs on a daily basis. It's kind of nice.
Well, the good news is without a legal address, it'll be much harder for the police to track him down. So who could we be talking about?
Oh, He of whom we do not speak. He is the
Magic
diminutive Voldemort of our psychic vampires community.
Yeah. If you say his name too many times, he's like Candyman, and he shows up and slits your throat from behind, or accuses you of rape and murder.
Yeah, he just flags your videos while threatening to curb stomp your kids.
He gets your videos taken down for bullying because they show him bullying you. It's pretty funny. So I hear you're moving out of Canada soon.
Well, that's actually my stint with the secret military of Iceland is now over. And I've been called to do some private contracting work in another part of the world to be announced.
Let's be honest, you've been hired to investigate somebody, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's always the case. They tell you one story, but really it's, there's something else going on in the background, just like Jason Bourne.
Yeah, there's lots of hot sex and explosions probably in your private life, right?
Yeah, driving small cars very quickly up and down steps and shadowy, naive women that move in with me.
A lot of gunplay?
Yeah, not as much as you might think these days, because we all have tasers and, I can use the Force like Von Helton, apparently.
Well, the Force is definitely more powerful than a taser, so I wouldn't even bother with the taser.
Yeah, I was doing a little bit of Von Helton spotting, which I do from time to time.
I need to get into Von Helton. Honestly, I don't know too much about the guy, but he's legendary.
Oh, yeah, he's quite the character. And apparently he was able to use the Force once, and it basically put the zap on a groundhog that was going to attack him. Now, I've seen groundhogs, and they're basically like a big squirrel, and they're vegetarians. I mean, what kind of person do you have to be to use supernatural powers to repel a giant rodent? I mean, fuck off, Vaughn.
So he uses supernatural powers to repel rodents.
Yeah, attacking groundhogs, but he doesn't need to because he's a ninja as well.
He looks like a ninja. He definitely has the physique of a ninja. So
he's an interesting guy, but I think our compatriot and fellow crustacean, the secular lobster, has him well in the crosshairs.
Yeah, I feel like Von Helton's one of those horses that's been it's been dead for 5 years, but people still keep beating it. So.
Yeah, it's the J-Essex factor again.
Oh yeah, God! Don't even mention J-Essex, please. The whole show is going to grind to a halt.
J-Essex. But yeah, I agree.
3 times is the unlucky number. You say it 3 times and he shows up. Why do you do that?
J-Essex shows up at my house. Oh, yeah. That would convince me of supernatural powers. But with these guys, I do see a theme that they only have so much intellect and so much material, but it doesn't stop them. And after they work through their whole shtick, they just start from scratch again, same old bullshit, just like another person with whom we do not speak.
Oh, we're going to speak about him. We have a whole Shaman Watch segment, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were discussing this earlier. They pretty much all they'll say something and you can argue with them maybe a little bit, but eventually they just reset and then they just start repeating the initial premise as though they had somehow proven it. So they don't ever fully explain anything. If you ask a question, they'll give you some ridiculous answer that doesn't make any sense. And then when you ask, it's basically they distract you with their answers and then they start over. And then it's your fault for being too stupid to understand what they were fucking talking about.
It's exactly the new age version of the Gish Gallop, which is typical in creationists. They'll throw 50 different fallacious arguments at you, and you're staggering to do the first one, but they're already on to 52, and you just can't keep up.
Yeah, that's what they do. Well, a lot of these people aren't very different from creationists. So they basically, the idea is to take a premise that has absolutely no evidence and that is actually counterintuitive to reality, and then just continue to make up all these hypothetical reasons that it might be true. But the whole problem is they never give you a reason to believe why the initial premise is true. Never mind. I'm just going on a stupid tangent myself now.
And the thing I love about this is that they invariably accuse scientists of adhering to dogma when they're defending something that is 100% dogmatic. And science, although it's prone to dogmatic thinking, as soon as something new comes along that's provative, the entirety of the previous hypothesis gets modified. So it's constantly adapting to the new information, rather than, I have a special old book and it tells me all the answers, stop thinking.
Yeah, I love when science is accused of being just another form of religion. Let's take a look at Christianity over the past 1,000 years. Yes, some of the initial premises have changed, but with science, it's changed so dramatically all the time. So there are things that get held longer than they necessarily should have, but basically it does change. While religion still believes that Jesus Christ rose from the dead, Christianity still believes that Jesus Christ rose from the dead and ascended into outer space and walked on water, in spite of tons of evidence that that's impossible. So there's really no comparison between science and religion. We could find examples like that in every religion too. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a profound misrepresentation from people who either don't understand or don't care about being honest. So there's the fundamental dishonesty that I think motivates us to do what we do here, except it's coming from the less mainstream delusional people.
Right. Well, there's our anti-religion opening. Hail Satan. You want to get started on the tards?
Bring on the tards.
Bring on the tards.
Do we have tard of the week? I think we can probably improvise a tard of the week as we progress. We can do a Golden Douchebag Award. Oh yeah, because Joey Guns has been blazing his guns. He's all about him. And I think that we should exempt Patrick from ever getting the award because he would always win. He would always win. Until the end of time, he will be the Golden Douchebag. So I'll let you choose. We have Christine Pavlina, who thinks Bernie Sanders is still going to be the president. Sounds legit. We have some weirdo named Victor Otto. Sounds like a Spider-Man villain, talking about fourth density ascension. Ooh, we have Poop. I know you were very excited about Poop. We have some Poop content. Fecal follies. We have butthurt Trump haters whining about white people. That's always good. I don't know if you saw last week's episode, but we had this radical fairy called Mariah Plus, and he was going on about card privilege and how white people don't exist. Well, we have him at a city council meeting going on about card privilege. That could be pretty hilarious. I think that's a good starting point. Want to do that one? Awesome. Because it's public carding. And on that note, there was a good one, cards in the mainstream. There was a gang stalker on the Young Turk. A gang stalker was on Young Turks? Yeah, she was ranting at a lady of color on the subway about how she was going to be deported by Trump, and everyone on the subway car was a stalker. I'm like, oh, gang stalker, TI. This is fantastic. Was her name Lena Kochman? Don't know, but the video is quite popular. I'll look it out. But yeah. Didn't they have Alex Jones attack the Young Turks on some set somewhere? Yeah, watched that one. With some other douchebag, and with his typical belligerent, idiotic self. And the Young Turks guys were really, really pissed. And I would be pissed. I really wanted to see Cenk Uygur dead. I would pay to see that. Well, that would have been great. Alex Jones versus Cenk. Is it Cenk? Cenk Uygur? Yeah. But instead, that's an unfortunate name. Yeah, except Jimmy Dore just spat on him, so he got into trouble for that. But I can kind of understand that response.
Well, in case you guys don't remember, this person is a radical fairy who thinks that he's Mariah Carey amongst various other celebrities. They refer to themselves as Mariah Plus because plus Mariah plus other people. They say that white people don't exist, that people who have cars are suffering from an inordinate amount of car privilege. And car privilege is why he's at this city council meeting. So these people have no choice but to put up with him. And, that's going to be hilarious.
And although it's not PC to do, I'm old enough to get away with it. This person's chromosomal makeup, biologically male, perhaps?
Biologically what?
Biologically male, as in XY chromosome.
Oh, he's definitely a dude, and I don't care what he says. There's a penis, and there's two, at least. Well, there could be one testicle, I guess. There could be no testicles, but there is a dick, okay? There's definitely a penis.
But he is Mariah Carey and other people.
Yeah, Mariah Carey plus about 9 inches. I'm betting he has a big one.
You never know.
Never know. Well, let's watch and find out. Maybe he'll show his dick to the city council.
Audience that wants to be heard. So please, well, come to the microphone, state your name and address, please.
Oh, dox alert, dox alert, dox alert.
What?
Dox alert.
Oh, he's gonna dox himself?
Yeah.
Well, he put this video on his own channel.
Right.
So he doxed himself.
You can't get busted.
That's right. Although who knows with YouTube these days.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at that sachet up to the podium. He's got some fierceness to him. He's fierce.
Is he carrying a small animal with him, or is it a person?
I don't know. I hope they checked it for weapons.
Yeah.
He could be carrying like a big dildo in there or something.
And the counselor on the left is already face palming, I think.
Oh yeah, it looks like that.
This guy again. Oh Jesus.
Oh yeah, he's been there multiple times, so they know him. They probably hate his ass.
But
all right,
that's democracy. You don't always like it.
I bet this guy didn't even vote. All right, let's see. Or maybe he did vote for Mariah Carey.
My name is supposed to be Daniel Tudor as assigned at birth. That is not my actual name, but for the record, you can go ahead and use that.
Thank you, sir. I mean, you don't say sir to a them. What do you call a them as a sign of respect?
Dudes.
Dude, yeah, I guess dudes could be unigender.
Your honor. Maybe. But
princess.
It's his voice. I don't want to, give people a hard time personally, but it sounds like some affected defeat nonsense.
Oh yeah, the voice is definitely affected. And you know what? I'm all for people voicing their concerns, but this guy is just a fucking attention whore, and he can't even stop his act long enough to go address city council. He has to put on his act for city council, for everyone in this chamber. He cannot possibly just be serious for 1 second. He wants to force everyone to believe that this crap is real. Sorry, it's not fucking real. You're a drama queen.
It's a little bit like me, it's all about me, and you have to take me seriously, even although I'm behaving like a visible douche.
Yeah, if I talk like Donald Duck, you can't laugh because that's discrimination. Shut the fuck up. Talk like your normal self. That's not your real fucking voice.
But, if you want to represent yourself that way, fair play to you. First Amendment, be a dick if you...
And nobody has to take you seriously either. That's another part of the First Amendment that's so great.
Yeah, if you're ridiculous, people are going to ridicule you. And if you don't like it, you may as well just deal with it.
I think he has a hard time dealing with anything, but let's continue.
I would like to say that bicycle rider lives matter, as well as homeless lives matter, as well as...
Hashtag bicycle riders lives matter. Okay. That's really important.
No one's disagreeing with you, brother.
Yeah, are there people out there who are like, bicycle riders' lives don't matter. Fuck them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm listening to his voice, and do you think this guy is actually brain damaged?
He could be. He could have just inhaled a lot of spray paint one day, and there was no coming back from that fun trip.
He's come off his bike a few times too many, perhaps. But
what is this? Is this a wand? What the fuck is that?
He's wearing like a purse. Maybe it's some kind of medical thing that he carries around with himself.
Yeah, maybe it's a thermometer. Oh, that joke wasn't going to end up very funny. I'll abandon it now. Look at this lady. She's like, I'm going to lean in. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Bicycle lives matter. If you say hashtag in a court or in a city hall meeting, you're not going to be taken as particularly credible. Just, I think.
Well, I don't think that whether he said hashtag or not, I have a feeling they're going to have a hard time taking him seriously.
Yeah.
All right.
The audience are paying attention there quite clearly.
Oh, they're very compelled. So, all right. Sorry, I didn't want you guys to see me use my nasal decongestant. I can't breathe. All right, let's continue.
Local fairies matter. That would be me. And just today, I was released from jail against my will. Y'all police department took and forced.
He was released from jail against his will. So I guess he wanted to stay?
I guess. And why is he waving a golf club? Or is it like a spatula or something?
It would be great if somebody tackled him for making threatening motions with a potential weapon, but he would just cry discrimination.
So he was released from jail against his will. Okay.
Yeah. It was against his will because there's a lot of hot guys at jail. So a lot of hot, desperate guys. All right. Now this lady's loosening up a little bit. Let's just all keep an eye on the lady in the red jacket. I mean, she looks like fun, doesn't she?
Yeah, but I want to hear where this guy goes with this.
Yeah, we got to see. It'll be amazing.
Food tray of the bicycle.
I bet he mentions pronouns at some point.
Who's a person. Granted, you do not have to be human to be a person. I'm tired of y'all challenging us. We tried to move around the city. Y'all in the news.
Wait. Did he just say, granted, you don't have to be human to be a person?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do have to be human to be a person.
Yeah.
Isn't person just another word for human?
Yeah. Just like shamans actually are technically alive, despite what a certain individual says.
No, shamans are not technically alive, even though the word technically would imply that if... Never mind. Oh, yeah. Magic Dan is all in my head tonight. That son of a bitch. But you know what? I am amped up to get to Shaman Watch later. You guys just start amping up, okay? It's going to be hilarious. This guy's a good preparation. He looks like he could be a gay shaman, doesn't he? Maybe he just hasn't realized that he has shamanitis. He should get tested for that shit.
I think this is a function of Patrick Butterfield getting better and moving away from Patrick Coleman, because the gay shaman cult that was going to, and I quote, eclipse all space and time, close quotes, didn't happen.
Well, I will say this. This guy... Oh my God, I sounded really gay just now. This guy is a... This guy is a radical fairy. But yeah, Patrick Butterfield said that Patrick tried to befriend the radical fairies or join. The radical fairies, by the way, are an extremely far left gay group that like doesn't believe in reality. Basically, they all think they're fucking fairies and they can just make up. But they said to Patrick, "Get out!" They told him he is not welcome because he's too fucking crazy for them. So this guy would watch a Patrick Coleman video and say, like, that motherfucker is crazy.
Yeah. So don't get near this guy. He's just too out there. Meanwhile, they're setting up a heavily armed gay separatist movement.
Are they heavily armed?
No.
Who knows? Maybe they are.
Only in fairy terms.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if we entered the alternate timeline where the radical fairies are an armed gay militia terrorizing the country?
Yeah. I think that could happen. That could happen. You know, it's part of the gay agenda.
Dude, Donald Trump's the president. Why can't there be a radical gay fairy militia terrorizing the country?
There almost certainly is, certainly in some of these guys' minds. And I think the gender Nazi person, the big
Dakota Hendricks, yeah, the gnome.
She would be on the front line there.
They. Do not use the incorrect pronoun when referring to Dakota Hendricks. They is a them, okay?
I'm not going to do that.
What? Are you a bigot?
I will call a person, male or female, man or woman, whatever they choose, but I'm not going to say they to an individual.
You're a Nazi. I can tell. Hitler would love you.
Oy vey, you know?
Well, Mariah is definitely a them because Mariah is multiple people. So you can call him a them. I mean, you can call them a they. Whatever.
Do you think there's a crossover between the multiples like Mariah and the other kins who are dragons and fairies? And
yes.
And same
that
cycle?
Type of thinking has led to this, or maybe this type of thinking led to that. What came first, the radical fairy or the other kin? It's a question we'll never know the answer to.
I suspect the radical fairies, but that's only as a function of Disney.
Yeah, I think they came first too.
Okay, so wonder what this guy's going to say to the esteemed council members elected.
I wouldn't be shocked if he walked up in front of them and took a dump on the floor. Like, I would just find that totally in line with this behavior.
He reminds me of the I want to smell white guy's farts guy.
Ron was supposed to call that guy tonight, but who knows where Ron is? Maybe he's off in the fourth dimension, astrally raping slayers of draconians or something. Who knows?
There's a meeting with the Arcturians tonight, so maybe he's taken off for that. Because the Arcturians don't like it if you hold them up. They don't like to wait. They don't. I mean, they're all just like Teal Swan, who they created to help spread their peace on Earth. Yeah, but they're queuing up, given that the Rapture didn't happen. The Arcturians and the Blue Avians and Howard the Duck, apparently. Who is real, according to Ivan Teller, okay? Yeah. Take it from him. We are not giving this guy as much time in the spotlight as they... I mean, we're not giving them as much time in the spotlight as they deserve, so let's continue. They deserve more spotlight. Definitely. Maybe they will do a song and dance for us. That would be great.
$1 million to give to this baseball stadium, which benefits almost nobody. Homeless life.
The baseball stadium benefits almost nobody. Not the people who go to it, not the fans, not the baseball players. Nope, not the economy. Doesn't benefit anybody. They should just give that money to them. A translation, I don't like baseball, and I suck at all sports. Yeah, what a shock. This guy, them looks like a real athlete.
That matter, and that other person who came up here talking about all the homeless people, they're criminals. It's not a crime to be homeless. We attempt to be tools, and then we can't keep up at your pace to make this fake money so that y'all can continue to hold on to stolen land that produces your fake money so that we can be in your system. We are not your tools.
Hey, do you think he's making an impact on the city council? Do you think their eyes are being opened to his point of view? I think they have all tuned out within about 2 seconds of an opening his mouth, which isn't a good thing. But he's talking about stolen land, dude. You don't look like a Native American to me, although I could be wrong. That said, your own cultural history gives you enough issues to be pissed off about justifiably without stating the obvious. It's not illegal to be homeless. No one's arguing this point with you. Well, the thing, too, is, he, as you mentioned, he does have enough reasons to be disenfranchised. He's clearly like a impoverished black guy, but on top of that, he has to make up other reasons to get more sympathy and attention. He's a persecuted radical fairy. Yeah. So, okay, you don't have enough real problems to deal with. You just have to make up some bullshit. But I think we all know he's... Go ahead. I'm more persecuted than you are. I'm more oppressed by the man, ergo I get more attention. But why is he waving a spatula around? I don't know. Why is he speaking in Twitter hashtags? I mean, it's just how are you going to make a point like this? You go to city council, you're just going to reel off a bunch of incoherent bullshit. But I guess he probably is really mentally ill. So there's got to be a level where he's not aware of how he's coming off. And you know what? I think it says a lot about a culture that this guy has access like this. Yeah. That's a good thing. But I want to hear more of his bullshit. Well, Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. We'll just continue with him and maybe it'll come back to me.
We're not here to work for you. Y'all don't want to criminalize homelessness, but yet it's raining outside. Where are the homeless people supposed to go? We're supposed to find some imaginary box to live in. We need to eat, we need to sleep. We're tired of being pushed to the side. Y'all don't have sidewalks on every single road. You got cars running us over, spitting on us, killing us. When y'all cars kill us, y'all police choose to not arrest them.
Is this guy homeless? Because if so, he runs a YouTube channel and he gets stuff uploaded pretty regularly. I've seen him in apartments multiple times. He doesn't appear to, maybe he's recently homeless, or actually this video is from a while ago. So I don't know.
Yeah, but his point being there aren't sidewalks on every road. That's true. Don't sleep on the roads that don't have sidewalks.
I know he was saying that cars are running them over. I'm like, then are you sleeping in the road? I mean, how's a car running you over if you're not in the where cars go? You know, cars aren't going out of their way to drive through the park and run over homeless people.
I can see the road. I can see the liability suit coming up, and of course, I don't endorse running people over.
I do. Run over everyone that you can, guys. We need to reduce the population.
But here's a Better Call Saul moment. Yeah, I was passed out in the street on the highway, and a car ran me over. That bastard. I'm going to sue his ass. Better Call Saul.
Dude, I've seen homeless people literally standing in the middle of traffic hoping to get hit by a car just so they fucking have someone to sue. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's because they're on drugs or what, but a lot of these people have they don't give a shit that there's people in cars. Like, it's your responsibility to not hit them. Even if the light is green and there's tons of oncoming traffic, if they're standing in the middle of the road, everyone needs to swerve around them no matter how many accidents it causes. It's like, don't stand in the road. Don't fucking sleep in the road. I mean, again, cars don't go everywhere. If you don't sleep where a car goes, you should be fine. And another thing that this guy said, he goes, what, are we supposed to go sleep in some imaginary boxes? Like, you have no problem imagining all of this crap about yourself. But when it comes to imagining a box, suddenly you can't do it. Okay, you imagine you're fucking multiple people. You imagine you're Mariah Carey. You imagine that you're a fucking radical fairy, whatever the fuck you are. But you can't actually imagine things into reality. So why can't you learn from this lesson? And maybe understand the reason you're homeless is because you're fucking insane.
But you know what? Maybe starting to imagine a box in which you can live is a good first step back on the housing ladder.
Yeah, it could be.
Start
Make your thoughts reality.
Start with a big packing case and, move up if you can,
Well, listen, if you start by imagining a box, maybe one day you'll have a nice, thick cardboard box of your own to sleep in. You just got to work towards that goal. So,
step by step.
Maybe you can find a bunch of plastic bags in a dumpster behind a grocery store. You can use them as a mattress. Just imagine it into reality, okay?
Well, manifest it. Yeah.
Yep.
One day you can have your own dumpster.
God, what a dream. The American dream. Even radical fairies can one day live in their own dumpster illegally.
Yeah. And all you need is the right friends, and they will christen it for you.
Just make the right connections. Go out, talk to people. If you make the right connections, I promise you can live in a nice dumpster someday by a hot vent so you don't freeze to death at night. And maybe you won't even have rats chewing on you while you sleep. Who knows? Maybe you can even get a bucket to piss and shit in. Oh, you know what? Now that we're talking about shit, I'm really itching to get to that shit segment.
Yeah, the Fecal follies. I don't just go into that because it's dirty. I think it's really, really funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
The concept of a grown, functional adult without enough discernment to disregard feces. The commitment required.
Well, I watched some of those clips you sent earlier. So if you guys have already eaten, you might want to, I don't know, batten down the hatches.
Those were the family-friendly ones. There are some sort of dark web Uzbekistani guys doing some Yeah, I just couldn't.
You found dark web poop videos, huh?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need to let this guy make his point. So let's let him go a little bit longer. You know, maybe we're all ripping on him for the wrong reason. Maybe he's going to turn things around and convince everyone in the room that he's not totally batshit insane.
That could happen.
It could. Anything could happen because we do know that 17 alternate timelines are currently being merged by Patrick John Coleman. So anything is possible right now.
Patrick John Coleman, shaman, and robot from the future.
Yeah, and so many other things.
Yeah.
Messiah who defeated the reptilian.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Psychic medium, healer, helper, random lurking freak show.
And apparently future spouse in at least one alternate timeline. So
Indeed. And father.
Father to Angela, baby Angela.
Baby Angela. Yeah. Yeah.
The first shaman president of the United States.
Yeah.
All right. This guy is probably really upset. We're not paying enough attention.
I push us bicycles to the side, bust us, beat us. Y'all choose to not arrest them. Yet, when a pedestrian goes and not uses a crosswalk, y'all be like, oh, the police come out of nowhere, be like, oh, you're not using a crosswalk. Or when a bicyclist doesn't use a turn signal or has a busted light because they can't afford to fix their tire, or
She's
afford to
clutching
get
her
brakes,
folder.
or afford any of that stuff, just trying to not get
Hiding her face.
killed. The police be like, oh, okay, so now we're going to enforce the law. Be like, you didn't come to a complete stop at a stop sign, or oh, you were too far in the
Ramble. Professional. Do you think he works at this? The non sequitur and the unfinished sentence. And they can't afford and they didn't, and the thing, and what are you actually saying?
I don't know. I think this all comes naturally to him. But I did notice he said, like, it's bullshit that people get arrested for not stopping at a stop sign. It's like, well, first off, you don't have a car, so it's really not an issue for you. Second off, you have stop signs for a reason, so that you don't hit people like yourself who are illegally walking across the street, not at a crosswalk. So he wants to argue for being able to walk across the street without a crosswalk, but he also wants to argue that it's bullshit that people get arrested for not stopping at stop signs. Seems pretty fucking stupid.
Not internally consistent.
Oh, well, we know he's retarded, so. This lady's the real star of the video, though.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell hiding behind her manila building.
Are we done with this, Tard?
Unless he tells me why the spatula's there, I'm going to call it.
He's not going to tell you.
This is surrealistic performance art in public.
You want to skip ahead?
I think this guy is... Yeah, let's skip ahead a little bit.
Maybe he'll get to the point.
Seconds to go. Okay.
Every single dollar, and that whole $2
I forgot.
Bruises on my wrist. Call me out my name. Call me a boy if I'm just a boy. I'm a boy and a girl. Don't try to confirm my gender. And then
nobody needs to confirm your gender. You're a fucking dude. It's obvious.
No, he's a boy and a girl.
Yeah. Don't try to confirm my gender. Nobody wants to try to confirm it. Nobody wants to look at your fucking weird ass dick. Okay? We know you're a man. It's not hard to figure out. Doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist.
Yeah, I don't think he shaved today. Or maybe...
I don't know, maybe he has high levels of estrogen.
and put mail on the paper.
Listen, this guy's going to interrupt him. Hold on.
So $2.50. Every poor person needs
30 seconds to go. Okay.
every single dollar. And that whole $2.50 on that credit card I was given, I went in there with cash, nickels, quarters, not no credit card. I shouldn't have to.
So, okay, we'll end here, but I just want to break it down. This guy, this is a hilarious image of his face, by the way. He crossed the street, not at a crosswalk. The police obviously recognized him because he's obviously a pain in their fucking ass. And they arrested him. They took the $2.50 he had, and they put it on a credit card. Now when they let him out of jail, he's pissed because he can't withdraw the $2.50. Admittedly, that is kind of bullshit, but I really don't think that this is really the way to solve the problem. So anyway, there you go. There's the first Tard of the Sode. Hashtag Tard of the Sode.
Friends of the show.
He's not a friend of the show. So what do you want to do next? We got, I forgot to tell you, we have a video from before the election from I think it was a Rapture Tard. You sent this one to me. It's called God's Message About the Next Presidential Election. So we can see if she got it right.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Channeling Eric talking about Donald Trump.
Oh, that woman is sick.
She is
sick,
such a fucking twisted bitch.
So for the audience, this lady channels her suicided son and profits from this tragedy.
And she has other psychics on who also profit from it. Like this bitch, Kim Babcock. She has a site charging people $75 to channel Eric for 45 minutes. This kid killed himself. Do you think he had any idea when he killed himself that one of his mother's twisted friends would channel him from beyond the grave for $75? I mean, how fucking sick can you be? That is so fucking sick.
Yeah. I have a clause in my will that if anyone claims to be channeling me, they're lying and they should be punched in the face. Because if
it's in your will, they have to do it.
Yeah. If there is a thing that happens when you die, and I really don't think there is, there's no way I'm going to contact anyone through these morons. I
would contact Channeling Eric just to fuck with him. When she's channeling you, be like, yeah, you guys are all pieces of shit. Just if they repeat it on the air. Michael says that we are all pieces of shit. No, I don't think so. That's probably what Eric's really saying.
Yeah, poor Eric. I mean, Jesus.
I'm going to channel Eric. Oh, Ronaldo says, fuck up. Oh, Ron is coming on. He hasn't abandoned us. He just overslept. Fuck you, Ron.
You overslept. It's 2:30 in the morning where I live.
It's 8:30 here. Come on.
Yeah, but it's okay. Ron's always welcome, and he didn't ruin the show because he wasn't on the show.
Yeah, well, he did ruin it. Let's not take that away from him. So, he did miss this guy. He loves this guy, and he missed it. But I guess that's his punishment.
And you know what? I think a treat for Ron will be the Fecal Follies segment.
Oh, he's going to love Fecal Follies.
And, how are we going to lay that out? Does it start with the obese income addict?
We can choose. I mean, this is a sandbox. We have no linear direction to go in.
A sandbox.
It is.
Yeah.
But I will say this. If we're going to do Fecal Follies, at least I have this. So... Cooking with feces. Oh, excellent. Yeah. I will take any excuse I have to use that.
I think you should. And I'm thinking of an easy way into this for the gentle people who watch the show. Maybe the Chinese poop bandit who was actually that's sort of accessible and family friendly.
Yeah, he said he was hungry, so that's why he was eating poop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm hungry, I always crave feces. So much nutrition. And you know what? It makes you healthier, just like drinking pee. So. Yes.
But, he had a particular predilection, but I think that comes out in the video. But, it makes me wonder two things. How long was he doing this before he was arrested? And if he's doing it, how many other people are out there just hanging around the washroom, just waiting for a big splash?
I have no idea, but I have a feeling that there's a lot more people eating poop than we could ever begin to realize. So, same with drinking pee. It's probably way more prevalent than you would even imagine.
It's like the silent majority, isn't it? You never hear about these people, but the person sitting next to you on the bus may be a fecal folly person.
They may very well still have fecal matter in their mouth while sitting next to you. You really have no way of knowing with these people. So
No way. Because they blend in. They do blend in.
Although they do tend to look slightly unhealthy. So
it's true. And the urine drinkers have a particular tang.
Yeah. They sweat their own pee. Although, sweat does already have traces of urea in it. So sweating is technically like sort of pissing through your pores.
It's not 100% different for sure, but certainly if you're consuming a lot of urine, your sweat isn't going to smell any better.
Yeah, I don't know. It might smell better if you're someone who likes the stench of urine. So apparently there are people who like that.
Or if you live in the woods or feel like our friend Oren Washing.
Oh my God, so many piss drinkers. Is it really on the rise, or are they just more comfortable revealing themselves?
I think they have more opportunities to reach more people. And it's probably, it's a thing that's culturally accepted, I guess.
It's not culturally accepted amongst the greater culture, but maybe amongst certain subcultures.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting enough, but when you get two fringe groups crossing over, like the flat earth pee drinkers, that's brilliant.
Oh God, can you believe that we live in a universe where we actually discuss piss drinking because it's a subculture? What the fuck is wrong with God? Why did I fuck this up so bad, huh?
Yeah, maybe he'll do a hard reboot again.
I think God drinks his own pee, and that's how we got to this point.
It may well be the case. We'll ask Patrick, because he talks to God always.
Yeah, he's talking to God more lately.
Yeah. That would be Jehovah, not the god of electronics that he invented.
Oh, a Zenectra. Well, I guess we can start a video without Ron. I don't know.
Let's do the pre-kidnap arrest Chinese guy.
Oh yeah, that's a good one to show. Ron better get here soon because I have to take a piss. Okay, Ron, hurry up, buddy. Okay, let me find this video. My strange addiction, man. Okay, here we go. Get her started.
Man caught eating.
Oh, shut up. I'm not ready for you, bitch. All right. There we go.
Feces in women's toilet in China. In a mall in Guangdong, China, local visitors have discovered a man who frequents the women's bathroom in order to eat feces. A security guard explained that he'd started seeing the man and receiving complaints about a year ago.
I don't see any poop on his mouth. I mean, if he's eating feces, shouldn't there be some, shit on his teeth or something? I mean, how do they know he's eating feces? Maybe he's just drinking the piss water.
Well, Japan's a pretty advanced culture in terms of...
Isn't this China? Are you confusing China and Japan? Oh, my God, you fucking racist asshole.
But I was thinking, but don't they have flush toilets? I guess not.
Only in Trump's America can you get away with confusing the Chinese and the Japanese.
Yeah, we'll build a wall and we'll get everyone else to pay for it.
That's right.
Yeah, I apologize to everyone for that error, but don't they have flush toilets and access to feces just by lurking? Wouldn't
China? Yeah, I thought China's the one where you poop down a hole in the ground. I thought those were what Chinese toilets look like.
Maybe he's got one of those long arm grabber things that...
Oh my God, he's shoving it down the toilet. I'm gonna look up a picture. What's Chinese toilet? China toilet images.
See, you get all your cultural richness here on Psychic Vampires, toilets from around the world.
You can look down the thing that Asian people poop down. And pee down. They pee down there too. Some of them probably throw up if they're drunk down the floor toilet. Here we go.
And for that guy, it's like a packed lunch.
All right, I'm gonna view the image. We're going to pull it up here. Give me un segundo. There we go.
Okay,
See
it makes more sense now. Makes more sense.
So how is he getting poop out of this toilet? That's what I don't understand.
Long arm, short U bend.
Wouldn't it be great to walk in the bathroom and see this guy with his arm down the floor toilet just trying to grab a woman's turd so he can have a lunch snack? Delicious.
This guy may have mental health issues, I think. Possibly.
Oh, you think so? You think that's a possibility?
It might be a possibility.
He seems totally sane to me.
So the security guy was getting complaints about a turd eater for a year. And it took him that long to get this guy. I mean, couldn't they bait him out with a great big log?
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know why it took a year to get this guy to stop eating turds. But I don't know, there's probably a lot of iron in turds. It's good for you.
Yeah.
A lot of corn.
Generally, you know, don't eat shit. Typically,
You know what? Eating shit could be good for you. You really can't prove that it's not. So, but not the tapered ends, only the middle of the turd.
only the middle.
Yeah, all the toxins are on the ends of the turd.
You
That's
stop
right.
sharing your medical lies.
Ron, how dare you? How dare you try to disrupt this show with your presence at this late in the game? The fuck is your problem, buddy?
I fell asleep, man. I had an alarm set and I overslept.
Ron, I actually cried because I thought that you had just said "fuck you" to us and we're gone forever. You didn't see it because you were asleep, but I cried for a good 20 minutes. Right, Doc?
Yeah, it was pathetic. Really. I mean,
It was pathetic.
yeah. In the
So what
fullest
I meant-
sense. But Ron, we're in the middle of fecal follies, or we're just kind of getting right into it with a criminal poo eater from a country that isn't Japan.
Ron asked what he missed, so I'm going to answer the question. Ron, Patrick John Coleman came on the show while you were gone. He said, I admit I'm a piece of shit, and I drink my own pee, and I really should be in prison because I'm also a heroin dealer. And you missed the whole thing. So you missed a lot, buddy.
Damn it.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Patrick didn't say he was a heroin dealer. That's total satire, everybody. Just total satire.
I probably missed the Butterfields again, too, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, the Butterfields came on.
They all
actually-
finger fucked each other and then, like, committed seppuku live.
Patrick apologized for everything he ever did. And he said, you know, I was totally wrong. I shouldn't have done or said anything against you. But I have a problem. I have mental illness issues, and I'm also a substance abuser. And then he said, I love Ron. Ron is probably the smartest, most amazing person on the planet. And then
That is true.
then he killed himself. And it was over. You missed a lot.
That's an alternate timeline I had to miss out on, unfortunately.
Well,
Yeah.
don't worry. Just stay tuned to Patrick's channel, and the same old bullshit will be recycled forever until the end of time.
Yeah, you didn't miss Shaman Watch, so you should be happy about that. You know what? We're watching a Chinese guy who eats poop. Isn't that
cool.
fun?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. I see he has a eye problem there, too.
Yeah, that's actually a genetic defect. It's not that they're censoring his face. And why would they censor the face of a poop eater? I mean, come on, show his fucking face. We want to know what this predator looks like. So
And
he
he's
doesn't
a-
eat our poop.
He's a recidivist as well. He's been doing this for a year in the same toilet. I mean, who is their security guy?
I don't know, but he's probably got a lot of the same women's poop. So he probably knows it by taste, like, oh, this is Su Jin's poop. I can taste the miso soup.
You just gotta ease me into this, man. You can't just start talking about some poop soup.
You know what? Since I've been waiting for you, since I have to take a pish, I'm gonna let Doc ease you in. Doc, ease him into poop eating. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a really, really bad idea, but some people kind of fetishize it, I guess. So we've got this gentleman who was arrested for it, and we also have a lovely lady who lives in a sty and makes jenkum. She's got like a whole jenkum lab going on.
Oh, God.
Local brewing in her backyard. So her place looks like the Paper Street Soap Company crossed with the really fat guy's house in the movie Seven.
God.
Yeah, and there's no way that this is a fake thing. This is kind of lifestyle. So I warn you, and if you have kids in the room, guys, and you're not interested in having them know how to make jenkum, you need to step aside at that point. So they're not really making any medical claims for it, so I should really just, let it go. but it's really not a good idea, you know?
I guess it's just for fun. I mean, unless you're stealing poop out of toilets, like when people least expect it or something. I mean, unless I need to start locking my poop in a safe, have at it, man.
How valuable is it to you? But
not very. I mean, we get rid of it every day.
Yeah, and usually it's like, well, I don't miss it. You know, there you go, bye. But there have been a few moments in my life, and I think everyone has had those, where you catch yourself doing something and think, how did I get to this point? You know, maybe I need to change something and make a difference. This guy has his arm down a toilet regularly for snacks.
Man,
how do you get to that point?
Yeah.
At one point, maybe I'll do that for the first time and see how it is. Really? No.
He found something enjoyable in it.
I'm back.
Yeah.
So how's it? Are you more familiar with eating poop? Like, you're okay to dive right in?
About as familiar as I'm gonna get.
You should get more familiar. Why wouldn't you?
Well, I flushed mine today. If I had saved it, I could get a little bit more intimate, but...
Why can't you just take a poop on camera for us to make up for the hour that you were gone?
I should do that. I really should. I need to make amends, but...
Poop in a jar, then pee in the jar, then shake it up on camera and drink it. And then you'll be forgiven.
I think Jenkum hits in a gas mask bong. That's the new thing. That's going to take off.
I bet Ron owns a gas mask bong.
I actually do.
For real?
I do. It's somewhere in there.
Hilarious. We should
I think I pulled it on camera before, but...
I do recall seeing that. Sorry.
It's like a rainbow-colored tie-dye gas mask. It's not very like applicable in the field. Like if you're getting shot at by Charlie, you can't really take a bong rip because he'll see you.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Well, it's functional at least. So we're almost to the part in this video where the guy puts the turd in his mouth and chews it for the camera, right? That's coming up soon.
Yeah, that's coming.
Coming up, guys.
Ard also said that the man often comes in the morning between 8 to 10 a.m. and then again in the afternoon.
He likes the morning and the afternoon poops. Those taste the best.
Look at that smug shit-eating grin.
You know what? His mouth is cute. I mean, but he puts poop in there, so kind of loses the appeal.
It's got like a little rat kind of effect to it, if you ask me.
Shut the fuck up. How dare you criticize this poop eater's face? Fuck you.
Reporter attempting to get to the bottom.
Insulting people's appearances? Come on, psychic vampires.
Only in Trump's America.
I know, right?
Insulting Asian people for eating poop. Fuck us.
Habit cornered him just as he was exiting the bathroom. When asked why he was eating excrement, the man simply said it was because he was hungry. He preferred...
Why wouldn't he just... look at those reptilian eyes you can see there. Why wouldn't he just run away? Like, if I'm eating poop every day, and I'm, like, sneaking in there to take a dump, and I come out and there's a camera crew there, I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'll stop and answer some questions. Fucking run. I'm going to be like, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
How hungry do you have to be? I mean, I'm sure I could, like, gnaw on some wood or, boil up my shoes before I started to eat shit.
I don't know, but I don't think starving people eat poop either, so...
You haven't lived until you had a good poop tart.
Well, if you get some toast and you get a butter knife, you could just spread the poop, just melt it a little bit, put it in the microwave for 20 seconds. Just spread it across there, makes a nice snack.
Spread straight from the fridge.
Filled with minerals and vitamins.
Just like Mom used to make.
Poop and jelly sandwich.
And I guess you can kind of make sort of auto relish by eating appropriately beforehand. Lots of sweet corn.
Yeah, make sure you eat lots of sweet corn. And you know what? Like, if you take a dump in a blender and you piss and you squirt your period blood in there, drop in some ice, a little sugar, just blend the shit up, and you will have magic powers in no time if you chug it.
That's right.
It sounds like spirit cooking.
Sounds like Starbucks' latest holiday drink.
The voodoo sisters do things with bodily fluid and skid marks and stuff for magic purposes. So maybe we should put them in touch.
Skid
with
marks?
Yeah.
Magic with skid marks?
Yeah, they have the make a voodoo doll with a thing with shit on it from your enemy.
How do you get your enemy's shit? Like, I mean, I guess if we went to Patrick's apartment, we could just rub it on his wall because there's probably poop. There's probably fecal matter all over the room there. But most people, you're going to have a problem getting their feces.
Yeah.
You just got to drop in just as soon as they stand up, like Mission Impossible style. Reach in before they hit the flush and just like zoom back up with the poop. Safety. Yeah. You've never had a poop that like you thought it was just like the worst shit you're ever having in your life, and then you get up and look down and there's nothing there.
I have had that. Oh my God, are you telling me people are stealing my poop?
I'm pretty sure they are, man.
For black magic?
Right. Poop magic, right. Brown magic.
They can have it because I don't want it anymore. So I'm pretty much emotionally detached from my poop.
Everything Ron said is 100% true.
It
As
is.
always.
Poop gnomes steal it. So, and they're hiring if you guys need a job. All right. Let's move on from poop eater. I mean, it's just what more can you say about weird Chinese dude who eats poop when he's hungry?
Speaking of pooping, I'm actually going to take a little quick break.
You just got here.
I know, but I got to poop now. All this talk is getting my stomach gurgling.
Ugh. Oh, you bastard. Go take your dump, you piece of shit. Go take your shit, you piece of shit. Go ahead. And then eat it. Fuck. Can you believe this, Doc?
Yeah. I don't know. Is his heart in it at the moment?
I don't know. I think his heart's in his butthole with his poop. So.
I think he's got shaman fatigue.
Maybe the shamanitis is like causing some mental issues. You think?
It could be. It affects all of us differently, and just exposure to that douchebag.
Ron, are you taking your shamanitis medication? Because you're exhibiting signs of someone who's not being medicated properly for shamanitis. Doc, you're the doctor.
He's gone. I'd need to examine him, but I do have concerns.
Do you need to examine his prostate?
Could do. $200 an hour, men only, obviously.
What does someone in an advanced state of shamanitis, what is their prostate like? What is it? Is it large? What is it?
It's like a shriveled fig. Somewhere between.
Shrivels?
Yeah, and more like a sort of jumbo raisin. And I see. That's not such a good thing. And generally, the appearance gets all kind of scrawny and weird, and hair turns a very different color. A lot like
purple and pink and blue?
Yeah, they call it the Harley Quinn syndrome.
Oh my God.
Characteristic of chronic, long-term shamanitis.
So let me ask you this. If someone is in an advanced state of shamanitis, could it explain why it is impossible for them to get off?
Well, with the prostate shriveling, that could...
It makes sense.
It's all falling into place now.
Yeah, we've heard of certain people in advanced stages of shamanitis who are unable to achieve orgasm. So I guess it does explain a lot.
Yeah, and another kind of psychological symptom that comes up towards the terminal stage of this illness is a complete absence of empathy and accountability. They just go like a fart in the wind.
So also impotence, right? Major impotence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there's a case study there, but we cannot speak ill of the shamanitis victims unless they refuse to get help.
Yeah, and they have enough problems in Trump's America without us contributing, although they voted for Trump and were huge supporters of Trump. As we all know, shamans love Trump.
There is that, a meme that in all seriousness, I would not have made up because it's too absurd. but this comes from Jocks Luxor, and it's Gay Shamans for Trump.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I couldn't believe finding it. It's like, what? Really?
Well, you know what? The shamans are the demographic that put Donald Trump in power. We shouldn't underestimate the power of shamans.
You know what? That's right, because Patrick, a week before the election, created 1,000 new shamans by the power of his will.
He did.
That's what took the election. Goddamn shamans.
Well, I hear that none of those shamans have contacted him yet, so, you know, maybe some of them will. Who knows? But, you know, I don't think that they care that they're shamans if they really are.
Well, I think it's maybe like the 17 people that he healed in the street. You know,
yeah, all those babies are going to grow up to be future gay shamans. You guys should watch out.
So, yeah, if you're in Chicago and a freak show comes up and starts healing your kid, think twice about that, yeah.
Don't let him touch your baby's skin, okay? There's an infectious disease.
Yeah, and shamanitis as well.
Right, and he probably has open wounds, so he's literally just a walking virus factory. I'm just kidding. That's very insensitive of me to say.
Yeah,
I had some macaroni and cheese earlier, and now it's like my poop smells like burning junkyard tires.
Well, I'm so glad you said that, because that's the perfect segue into this poop hoarder segment. You want to see a person who hoards poop?
Sure.
Well, let's thank Doc for finding this poop hoarder. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you, Doc. Leave it to Doc to find the weirdest fucking shit.
You know what? He always finds the weirdest ones. You know, I think Krista Rais is weird, and then he goes and finds a poop hoarder. So, all right. Poop hoarding, everyone.
My mother used to put poop in a jug. Actually, by the time you put it in there, it's actually a dirty water jug is what that is.
Ugh.
So that's what all those dirty water jugs are about.
I want to say that the reason that Shanna didn't get rid of all those bottles is because she's lazy. I hope it's not sentimental to her.
Wait. So she's sentimental for poop? He thinks that she could be sentimental about that? What would make you sentimental for feces?
Like if you're sitting there taking a good shit and you have like some kind of like breakthrough, that was an important shit. You want to save that one for like its spiritual properties, you know?
Yeah, I just realized Doc disappeared.
I think we freaked him out with his own video. This is pretty fucking crazy.
He's like, no, I can't do it. Can't do it anymore. But you know what? He's the one that suggested the poop hoarder.
Poop hoarding. I love these TV shows, by the way. What is this fucking Strange Obsession or something?
My Strange Poop Hoarder.
Yeah, I love that shit.
What it's called. All right. Well, let's continue without Doc for now.
Doc had to poop too.
He probably did have to take a big old dump. I just want to see this woman's poop bottles.
This house has a septic issue.
She's hot, too.
It's supposed to be drained once every 4 years. And there's still some space in the toilet, but I don't want it to overflow. So I've been using a bucket.
Jesus Christ, lady, like how, what?
She poops in that bucket.
Lady,
holy shit.
Lady, what are you doing with your life? Reevaluate that shit right now.
Literally, reevaluate that shit.
You poop in a traffic cone orange bucket. You nasty,
and the
nasty
poop is
bitch.
Black. That means that poop has been there for a long time.
Oh my God.
Like, it is like years old. It's like the poop on my wall outside my apartment that I've shown off so many times.
But is she pooping? Is she shitting in a bucket in an actual bathroom in an actual house?
I don't. Yeah, that's funny. Like she's gonna poop in the bucket in her own bathroom. That's fucking hilarious.
Like I used to play World of Warcraft and I had a bucket next to me, but it wasn't. It was just a second bucket in the bathroom.
Wait a second. You pooped in a bucket while playing World of Warcraft?
Yeah. Well, we were raiding.
What the fuck, Ron?
Dude. we had to kill Onyxia, and I really, really, really wanted my Bloodfang hood.
Oh my fucking God, you are weird. I'm sorry.
I didn't have the DKP, so I had to participate.
Oh my God, Ron, Doc, that is not acceptable, is it?
That's Cartman. That's two Cartman for this show.
Yeah. Hey guys, am I doing a good job ripping off the drunken peasants look? Look, I put us on the right. That's way more original than putting us on the left.
You know, speaking of the drunken presence, you know, Thursday Lane, he made an appeal to the drunken presence and Howard Stern. And I'm like,
you know what? I have that video, Ron, which you would know if you had shown up on time.
But I'm like, you asshole. We've been here for ages trying to get you on here, and you're just, oh, drunken presence. Let me smell your farts, please.
Well, we will appeal to Thursday Lane. And
I have his phone number. I'll call the bitch.
We'll do that right after we finish watching people play with poop, because that's the perfect segue. You guys want to watch this? Doesn't she take a dump in this video? But she sits just above the toilet so you can see it fall out of her butthole, right?
Yeah, that's right. But do you think she's maybe neglected the household chores for about 25 years?
Dude, she's too busy bottling her own poop to clean the house, okay?
But
I doubt she even empties that bucket.
Well, if she empties it, we're about to watch her empty it.
She's probably just going to get another bucket.
Isn't she banking on Jenkum becoming the drug of choice, and she's got this whole stockpile going?
You know, I couldn't watch the whole video, I'll be honest with you, Doc, but maybe she is.
If we go into a Mad Max scenario, her poop is going to be like gas. It's going to be like gold, man.
Yeah, man.
Her house is going to explode one day. That would be great. She's going to light a cigarette and everything's just going to blow up. Be a great way to go out when you're a poop hoarder. All right, more poop hoarder, everyone. I know that's what you all want to see.
Pee and poop. It's really hard to lift it.
It's really hard to lift
I just
it.
put it in a smaller bucket.
What the fuck?
I take it outside.
Why are you
taking it out with a coffee cup?
Yeah, she's sitting there with a fucking McDonald's coffee cup, just scooping it out and putting it into a different. Bitch, are you nuts? Take it outside.
No, she takes it outside.
Pour it out or something into a drainage ditch. You're just sitting there with a McDonald's coffee cup. What are you gonna have, a McFrosty?
It's too heavy for her to take the bucket. So instead, she's not wearing gloves. She just scoops it out with a coffee cup and pours it into another smaller bucket, which she carries outside. Her whole life must be poop. The stench of poop must follow her everywhere. Every waking moment of her life is just feces.
I thought I had problems, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I thought you had problems too, but you look pretty normal now.
Yeah, I know, right? It makes me feel good about myself.
That's why I watch these things. But this lady, I'm listening to her talk, and she talks reasonably and coherently about her bizarre life. I'm like, what happened to you? What happened to your shame?
Her mom used to keep poop in a jug, it sounds like, if I recall. So, like, she inherited this from her mother. Wow, what a great... Some people inherit millions of dollars, and some people inherit poop hoarding. Wow. What a disparity.
My mom passed me down the keys to the poop kingdom. I started distilling it in my back room.
She's got vintage poop from 15 years ago in her basement, guys.
She probably has like Civil War buckets in the background. Like, this one came from a Civil War soldier.
I bet her poops are extremely large, too. I mean, let's just use the powers of deduction here. Those are not like thin, tiny, odorless poops. These are explosive poops. She's taking one right now while doing the interview.
It would seem that way, all right. I often make that face when I'm shooting.
My mother used to keep oops in a jug.
Oh, God.
Oh, poor lady.
You know, I call my parents and we speak, and they're lovely, lovely people. Can you imagine the conversation? Hi, Mom. What are you up to? Oh, I'm just canning some shit. Again.
Me too, honey.
That bucket is so heavy, I gotta get me a McFlurry cup.
Hey, Mom, do you want to trade some poops? I'm going to trade different vintages. This is a good one, Mom. You did good in 1998.
Some people scrapbook with their mother.
This woman was taking shits in jugs when, what was that? Chumbawamba had hits. I get knocked down. Then I shit in a jug. That was pretty lame. I had to do it, though. We need a cringe button, a cringe sound effect. For every time we get cringy, the cringe sound effect plays.
I think you need a new shame bell for this bitch.
I do. I need a new shame bell. I shook the other one so hard because there was so much shame to go around that it broke.
Well, you have a choice. You can have another Icelandic shame bell, or you can get a Spanish shame bell from.
Well, we gotta do the Spanish shame bell. It's a new era.
And the town I'm moving to, they ritually torture animals in the street. So, they have shame and big animals that wear belts.
Are you telling me you live in a street where animals get ritually tortured on a regular basis?
Well, they do it kind of every June and July, and it's a big macho thing, and bulls run through the streets and such like.
We have to go to the running of the bulls, Ron. Me, you, and Doc.
Oh, God, it's going to be like that shitty movie City Slickers.
Oh, my God, I forgot that movie existed. Mandela Effect.
I know, right?
Every day.
More Poo Porter. I think Poo Porter is really getting us on the ball. She's amping us up just the right way.
I think she's a star in the making, a diamond in the rough.
This woman needs a YouTube channel, but I feel like this is the last we're ever going to see of her.
She would lose a computer in that mess in no time at all.
Fecal matter would get into the circuit board and short her computer out. All right, let's Poo Porter.
Empty it. I view it as being odd that I dumped the bucket out in the front yard. No neighbors have said anything to me about it either, though.
Nobody wants to approach you because you have a big shit fog around your entire property.
Small blue bucket my mother used before she died.
Is that poop all over the bucket?
Yeah, it's poop.
So do you wash your hands like you're gonna
I'm sorry, but that does not look normal. Like, that looks like explosive, unhealthy diarrhea. Like, it's stuck to the side of the bucket. It's not even clumps. It's like blood. What the fuck are you eating, bitch?
She's keeping this like a family relic. I've got my grandfather's watch.
This is my mother's poop bucket. Good for you.
But look at what she said. This is the bucket my mother pooped in just before she died. That's why it's explosive diarrhea.
Her mother's spirit is in that bucket of poop.
I just love how American documentaries portray this sort of shit too. Like, look at that filter with the camera zoomed in on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
man,
like
it's beautiful.
It's like a found footage film, like the Blair Poop Project.
I was thinking they were going the Hitchcock noir look.
It's so screwed up. Like, lady, come on, you had a toilet, you let it die.
She pooped so much the toilet was like, fuck this, I'm done.
And you see it's surrounded by used tampons, toilet paper, just all sorts of crazy shit. Like, you can't even reach the toilet to use it, so.
Joseph Wildman in the chat says, the poop bucket has been in the family for 3 generations.
Man.
Imagine if she inherited this house and it's already got a moat of poo around it. That's why nobody is coming to, I don't get any mail and I don't get any complaints. Yeah, it's because there's a 6-foot cesspool all the way around your house.
She doesn't get any complaints because nobody wants to come anywhere near that goddamn. If you knock on the door, you will get the Ebola virus. Nobody wants to come near, okay?
Yeah,
even the police, they won't come by.
She's immune to it, but like normal human beings, their skin will melt. just approaching it.
The cameraman's wearing a fucking hazmat suit while recording.
Your eyeballs will liquefy and fall out of your nostrils as you approach.
But here's the thing about this lady that's really driving it home to me. She seems, compared to the other people that we make fun of, relatively coherent. You know, she's making sense, just behaving in a totally bizarre way.
Oh, very bizarre for sure.
It's sort of like those, you know, those ladies that'll have like a stillborn and then they keep it and dress it up.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, but, you know, I can kind of understand that more than hoarding excrement.
Yeah, hoarding excrement makes no sense.
Both of these things came out of your body, and both can have a sentimental value.
How does poop have a sentimental? She said specifically that it has a sentimental value. How does poop have a sentimental value?
Well, I mean, sometimes you have a really good dinner with the family, everybody's jiving really well, and it's like, hey, look at that poop. That one's from Thanksgiving, 1982.
We had some good times at that Thanksgiving.
You could be like everyone else and just have like a family photo album, or you can have a poop collage.
No one's having Thanksgiving at this woman's house, okay? I don't foresee that.
Actually,
the turkey would kill itself.
Puts me in mind of a very lovely lady that I dated for quite some time.
Really?
Who on one occasion sent me a picture of poop.
What?
Yeah, she was impressed with the shape of the shit that her dog just took, and she photographed
it wasn't her poop, though, right?
Well, I don't know that 100%.
It could have been. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And I said, well, that's very nice, dear. Did you send that to anyone else? No. Okay. Don't ever send me that kind of thing again.
You know what, Doc? I've dated a lot of people because I'm a huge slut. Nobody's ever sent me a picture of poop before. Just saying.
Well, there may be a factor here. It's certainly an observation I've made that the more stunningly gorgeous a lady is, the more latitude there is for crazy. Maybe it's a generalization, but it's based only on my own experience. It's not for diagnostic purposes. But that was on the low end of crazy, and certainly I've never come across anybody that is quite as extreme as this lady in terms of her habits.
Yeah, that's a pretty fun habit. Oh, well, do you guys want to continue with more poop, lady?
Yeah, let's go for a little bit longer. I think we can last this.
Oh, we got to... Oh, you know what? After this one, though, we're going to do... Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I'm fucking with the settings here. After this, we're going to do Diego, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Are you really going to call Diego? Are you really going to call him, though?
He is a contact in my phone.
You have to call Diego, but we have to kind of brief the audience as to his shtick. Maybe.
We need to let him know that we will all take turns farting on him, even Doc. Drunken peasants are never going to fart on him, so, you know, but we'll do it. Who cares? We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'll fill a jar and I'll FedEx it to him.
And we're all white guys, and we all know that's his favorite. Well, I don't know about Ron. Ron's not entirely white.
No, I'm a little bit Caucasian.
You're Middle Eastern. We all know.
Yeah, but I'm so white it makes up for it.
I want to point out that this looks like an image from the next Resident Evil game before we continue. All right, let's continue.
For that, or you just don't worry about it?
No, actually, I don't. Okay, now this is not the worst hoard you've ever cleared out.
She's eating 2 feet from all the poop in urine.
What?
Do you think I meet the definition of a hoarder?
The poop, man. You got a ton of poop in this house. What is the main cause of the smell?
Musty odor, having to do with mold and dust.
Okay, the main cause of odor in her house is mold and dust, not the jars of feces that she leaves laying around.
And the 200 pounds of it in a bucket.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not even jars of feces. At least that would be contained. Half the poop we've seen in this video is not contained. It's just sticking to walls in, like, fucking buckets.
Yeah, so I can't even. I mean, I'm a marginally obsessed with confronting, such that if there are 4 pieces of dust on the floor, I'll vacuum the whole place. Every nerve in my body is just firing watching this woman's horrible house. It's like, oh, I want to get rubber gloves on and clean the fuck out.
Dude, it's so hideous. The house in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre looks like a fucking surgeon's studio compared to this place. The basement in Texas Chainsaw Massacre looks fucking cleaner than this.
But she seems nice, nice lady.
She seems real nice for a lady. And what is this on her wall? She's like, my house is filled with garbage and poop, but I'm going to decorate it a little bit and make it look nicer.
Is that a biblical verse on the wall? I'm pretty sure. It almost has to be, the one about walking with God and one set of footprints because he was carrying you. No, it's because he's not real. And you're on your own.
God is clearly real because he made something like this for us to laugh at. So,
do you think she has a job?
No. I'm going to venture a guess. No job.
Lovely.
But we're paying for her to live. Guarantee it. All right, let's continue.
No. Is that brand new information to you? To think that the feces and urine has something to do with the smell?
I guess so, because I thought it was due to the mold and dust. Yeah.
She really doesn't think that the feces, the hundreds of pounds of feces in her house from years ago have nothing to do with the stench in her house? Are you kidding me?
Like, it's bad when cats want to go outside to shit.
For real. The cat's like, this place is disgusting. And then they go outside and they get raped by C.W. Chancer.
Kitties.
He's just waiting in the bushes.
My kitten is a very good kitten, and he generally behaves well. But if he takes a piss anywhere outside of the box, I notice in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, cat piss is very potent.
Very potent. And it's not the worst smell in the world.
Oh,
but
yes,
I'm just imagining if I had 500 pounds of decaying feces in my closet, I'd probably notice that.
500 pounds, dude. This lady has a ton of it. 500 pounds, not even cutting it close. Look around her house. There's bottles of it right behind her. It's got to be more than 500 pounds.
As well as the stuff that she just bailed out into the yard.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it wasn't even like in solid pieces either, if you noticed. It was like just this brown sludge.
I know, she just dumps. She goes, nobody walks to my front door. That's because I dump all my poop on the pathway to the front door. That's why my neighbors never come over.
She has like a liquid shit moat around her poop castle.
She scoops it out with her coffee cup. You think she washes it and then drinks her coffee out of it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
definitely.
clean. It's just a little feces.
I wonder if she's ever accidentally taken a sip. That's not coffee.
Oh, happened again.
The thing about the whole feces thing is if you're eating it fresh and it's your own, you're probably not going to pick up too many horrible new infections. But putting it in the wrong end, it's going to upset your stomach some, irrespective of the source. But I think
mine, and I'm not even the one eating it.
Yeah, I mean, I think this lady is totally immune to the smell. A bit like some pathologists don't realize that they smell like.
Hey, people are immune to their own body odor, so she could very well be immune to her own ancient poop smell.
But she noticed there was a smell. She just thought it was mold and dust.
Well, hey, hundreds of pounds of poop, you're going to notice a smell, even if it's your own poop or your mother's poop, which she probably keeps treasured in a shrine in the basement.
Along with the jars going back generations.
Her sense of smell is probably just completely dead at this point. It's like, well, I think I smell something.
I wonder how many IQ points she's lost from the stench of poop in her brain for so many years.
Yeah, she's living in like a gigantic macro version of a Jankum bottle.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I guess you reach a point where you're living in a decaying garbage heap that, what's that foul? Is that a dead guy? No, is that shit? Never mind. It just overloads your brain.
Yeah. All right, more poop hoarder. Then we get to Diego. Then we'll take a short break.
You have to tell me this, because I...
You don't know, yeah. I mean, some people would argue...
Look at that dumb look on her face.
Feces in the house is bad.
But wait, I don't smell it anymore.
It's an extremely dangerous house. The feces.
That was like a fucking horror movie. The guy's got the infrared camera on his face. Ron disappeared again!
Extremely dangerous house.
I think Ron went to go vomit. This does look like a dangerous house. You don't want to light a match in here.
Okay.
You there?
Video.
All right, yeah, let's just continue.
Video. Oh, he's back.
Bloody tampons.
Oh, there we go. Bloody tampons. You came back at the right time, Ron.
Perfect.
Perfect. So perfect. All right, bloody tampons. Back to.
Just laying on the floor.
Bloody tampons laying on the floor in her house filled with bottles of ancient shit.
It'll be hard, but I'm gonna give up some stuff.
It's gonna be hard, but I'm gonna give up some stuff. I just can't decide if I'm gonna give up the bloody tampons laying on the floor or the ancient water bottles filled with feces from my dead mother. I don't know which one I'm gonna give up, but it'll be something.
You know, I'm reminded of Alien 2, an underrated movie, I think, where they say, why don't we just dust the fuck off and nuke it from orbit? Don't clean this out.
Yeah, don't clean this shit. Nobody deserves to have to clean her poop up. Just
the only way you can clean
nuke it from orbit.
The only way you can clean that is like with nuclear power or a flamethrower.
Well, you know what, though? If you release an open flame around this house, it could cause a chain reaction which destroys the entire species of humanity. So we really need to be careful. We don't want to destroy humanity.
Look at this poor woman's face. She's going to... It's her job to clean this stuff up.
She can smell it, and she's 5 miles away. So
she should bring like a baseball bat just in case there's like rad roaches from Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean... How do you control rats and mice and that? Because you know those bastards are in there. They're probably the size of elephants by now.
I'm sorry, Doc, but I don't think rats and mice are going to go anywhere near this lady's house. Give them a little more credit, okay? They can smell the poop, too. They're like, there's nothing healthy in here. All right, look, you can see I brought up Diego.
Smell my fart.
Hey guys, I have to take another piss because I have a tiny gay bladder. So Ron, why don't you tell people about Diego and then I'll be right back.
Oh, how do I even begin to tell people about Diego?
It's not hard, buddy.
Well, long story short, if you couldn't have guessed by now, Diego is a man that enjoys the smell of male farts. He really, really, really wants to be in white male fart porn. Specifically white male. Because white farts matter, apparently. And
can I ask a question? Is male fart porn a thing?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to investigate too much further, but it is a thing.
Absolutely a thing. It's pretty rare, I guess. But, I mean, this guy's putting fart male porn... I see. I don't even know like the proper way to say that. Like, is it male fart porn fart male? Who knows? But it's just a thing of his. He has different flavors that he likes as well. Blonde guys are apparently chicken cream farts, and brown haired dudes are like barbecue. Mm-hmm. It goes through the whole gambit. If you got like gray hair, you're a silver trout, and it's just fucking crazy.
It's fascinating. And does he have any kind of subsidiary pathologies going on, like Arcturian stuff, or is this his only weirdness?
No, this seems to be it. He likes to collect little small items from around the house and put on little plays, and they're like fart heroes or something. I don't know.
Oh, so there's a fixation, and I mean, is he kind of hanging around in bathrooms smelling toilets, or does he go straight to source?
I think he's just trying his hand, going straight to the source now. There's a few people that are, they're willing to just let their farts go to waste, and they'd rather have this guy be a little happy, you know, and give them their fart. But
I guess there's a market for every product out there.
I mean, like I don't see a problem with, you know, this guy huffing farts. At least he's not like shitting all over his room or anything, you know.
Maybe he is. We don't know that.
I mean, consensual fart huffing.
Consensual fart play. It's a thing.
I have no issue with that, except the comedic issue that people do it and they should be made fun of. But I think Diego has an affect and a voice kind of similar to
Mariah Plus.
Yeah.
Mariah Plus. Oh, you missed Mariah Plus, Ron. You missed the city council meeting.
He's like he's a little bit like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson.
Have you seen the video, Ron? Because he seems to be gesturing with a giant spatula in it, and I just didn't get it.
No, I missed that one, unfortunately.
That's because you don't give a shit about us. You only care about yourself.
I had my alarm set for 6:30. I wake up, look, and it's 8:30. Man,
yeah, it happens to the best of us. But
never happened to me.
Special prize to anyone in the audience who can identify correctly the thing that dude was waving around at City Council, because I'm really intrigued. Was it a magic wand? An assistive device? I've got no idea.
Well, you know what? That guy's got a long way to go to be as cool as Diego, okay? Yeah. Let's listen to Diego.
He's got to get on Tosh.0 or something.
He's trying to get on Drunken Peasants and Howard Stern. Diego, haven't we shown you way more love than Drunken Peasants or Howard Stern? I mean, especially Ron.
Yeah,
how could you ignore someone who has shown you so much love? Let's go on Drunken Peasants who just laugh at you for wanting white guys to fart in your face. Come on.
I want true success for you, Diego. I want to see your name on the marquee.
Yeah.
We're
Thursday
your real
Lane,
friends.
Puffing farts tonight live.
Howard Stern definitely doesn't give a fart about you, and neither do any of the Drunken Peasants, but we all will fart in your face.
We love you, Diego.
Diego, for commitment to your art, you score highly, my brother. Highly. And, if you come on the show, we'll all be super nice to you. We just want to know why you do what you do and what you get out of it. Maybe we're missing a great trick here.
Maybe we all want white guys to fart in our face. Just teach us.
Yeah. And we're all about enriching the audience. So, bring your love, share your wisdom.
You know what, Diego? You can even fart in our faces if you like that. I doubt you do. That's why I'm offering, because I don't think you'll take us up. And I really hope that you don't. But I just want to put it out there so that it all feels equal, okay?
Yeah, and there is a Skype add-on that allows you to smell farts. So download that app straight away.
For real, Diego, we will let you just talk for 4.5 hours. Come on, buddy. Don't disappoint Ron. Look at Ron's face. He's going to be so upset if you don't come on. Look at Ron in this highly pixelated form. Look at that. He's so upset. Don't do this to Ron.
I'm very sad.
He doesn't deserve this. Ron loves you, and he wants to fart in your face more than you could ever imagine.
I would try to fart right now, but, I mean, that macaroni and cheese burning tire effect I had was not very enjoyable.
That's okay. You don't need to fart, Ron. We're good.
I wonder if he would like that, though.
Well, you know what? He may. Why don't you save it for him?
Why don't we
ask Portland riot in my toilet right now?
White guys' farts matter. Wait, what did he say? White guys fart in my face matters. White guys fart in my face matters.
By the way, he's changed his YouTube channel around. It is now something like White Guys Fart in My Face, Sign My Petition.
Yeah.
It used to be White Guys Fart in My Face Matters.
You know what, Diego? The Drunken Peasants clearly stole you from us, as they steal all of our best retards from us. Don't give them the satisfaction. Yeah, they stole Patrick. They totally didn't have Patrick on before us.
You don't see us poaching your retards. We don't poach your fucking retards.
They stole Brett Keane from us.
But Brett Keane he's a spent man at E4, so nobody cares. It's just all bollocks with him there. There's no content there.
By the way, Brett, we still love you. You should totally still come on, Brett. We'll kiss your ass even harder than Diego's. So,
you giant marine mammal douchebag.
That's right. All right, Diego, make your really sad plea to Howard Stern and the Drunken Peasants. You don't have to plea. We will give you as much airtime as you want, Diego, and we'll all fart for you.
Yes.
It'll be fart sound effects for me, but whatever. Ron will actually fart.
Hey,
As you
good
can see,
evening,
he's very
everybody.
handsome.
I'm making a YouTube video because I'm using my cell phone this time. My tablet's acting up, and I think I might give my tablet away. But I can make YouTube videos on my cell phone. I want to make a YouTube video, and I want to say,
He might have given his tablet away. He doesn't remember.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't remember.
I would remember if I gave my tablet away.
He got a little too drunk on flatulence.
Yeah, the farts were going to his head. Couldn't remember.
He seems like a sweet guy, though.
I think TJ would want him to fart in it. Like, I don't think TJ would fart in this guy's face. TJ wants Diego to fart in his face. Like, that's how I view things going down.
You
Just
know,
imagine that smell sticking to your facial hair.
I've got love and respect for TJ, and he does some interesting stuff, but he has a look about him that if he let one go, I think it would clear the room.
I think he may have very well cleared many a room in his day.
Yeah, because he's a big lad, you know?
Oh, yeah, he's very big. He's got a whole universe in his butthole.
Yeah, he's like Sasquatch, isn't he?
By the way, Diego, Howard Stern doesn't give two flying fucks about you. You're never going on Howard Stern, buddy. Although, you know what? Maybe he could be a whack packer. You think he could be like Gary the retard? Or Wendy the retard?
I think he would be scraping the barrel, you know, because he already has such
Howard's been scraping the barrel for years.
He has such a plethora of people to choose from, though. You know, that guy that farts on command, and this guy...
Will the Farter. Oh, my God, he could hook this guy up with Will the Farter, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, if he would let us be the middleman, if he would come on here and just, you know, state his case, we would be able to help him. We could set him up with Will the Farter and everything.
For real.
Well, we can support this guy. We can Patreon. He needs some help because he's got an unmet need. It's totally unreasonable that people are not willing to queue up to fart in this guy's face.
That's right.
Very sad.
By the way, Diego, I promise you, if you come on this show, I promise you, you will get on Howard Stern. I absolutely promise, okay?
It's guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Maybe not Drunken Peasants, because we don't like those faggots, but Howard Stern for sure. All right? We don't like Drunken Peasants because they insult the great Brett Keane.
Yeah. And, let's hear that. We have to get this guy on.
Yeah, more Diego, though. We need more Diego.
Drunken Presence, if I'm saying it right. I've been told that y'all can help me get myself out there. I want to make a YouTube video once again because, like I said, I have a fart fetish. I mean, people can like what they want. Okay, let's say over here you got black people that like people of color. That's good. How about me as a black person of color? I have a fart fetish of white guys. I'm not looking for nothing sexual because, like I said, I like the...
It's not sexual at all, okay?
No, he just calls it a fetish.
Not sexual. It's totally not sexual. It's totally platonic when you put your exposed butthole in this guy's face and blast your anal gas into his mouth. Not sexual. It's just a thing friends do with each other.
Yeah, and I love the way that he draws it. You know, this is exactly the same as race relations.
Yeah, what's a little bit of wind sharing between bros?
Yeah.
Come on.
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still reeling at this guy. He's so convinced.
He is. And it improves race relations to fart in his face.
Yeah. He's a black person of color with a fart fetish. And he just slips that in, you know? It's like, oh, there's a little bit of extra, like you're not going to notice.
Do you think his fantasy is that some, like, rich fart porn producer is going to be like, this guy's perfect for my porns? And he's going to, like, cast Diego, and Diego's just going to have a life of a playboy whose face gets constantly farted in?
He's going to be like the Peter North of fart porn.
Peter North. Nice.
I don't get that joke, but I'm sure it's
Peter
very
North.
funny.
He shoots lots of ropes, just tons of ropes of
He's
cum.
like Spider-Man down there, dude.
That's right.
Oh, okay. No, I know of Ron Jeremy, but that's a different guy.
Yeah, he looks like Super Mario. So
nice. Well, you know, there's someone out there for Diego with, you know, uncontrollable flatulence.
Will the farter, dude. He puts paint in his butthole and farts it all over canvases. He's pretty talented.
I bet he makes a lot of money if he lives in New York.
Oh yeah, he's rich. It's just blowing up for him. His future's huge. All right.
Okay. More Diego.
More Diego.
Work with all kinds of guys. And when I say all kinds of white guys or cream guys or guys that appear to be white, I like I want to celebrate the man smell of a cream guy. If y'all seen some of my YouTube videos,
Buffalo cream or silver trout cream.
I just want to say, if the Drunken Presence or Howard Stern see my YouTube video, I would like to get in fart fetish white porn. I have a thing of smelling white guys' farts. Like I said, I like skinny guys. I like fat guys, medium built guys, young guys, old guys. I even smell a guy in this. I don't mind smelling a guy in his 70s butt. Like I said, I just want to spend long hours smelling white guys' butts. I live
long hours. He wants to go like 4 hours smelling farts. That is some fucking longevity, dude. That guy has stamina.
But I'm worried about his vocabulary. He keeps saying drunken presence.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah. He's autistic. He's very obviously autistic.
Drunken presence, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, Diego, Drunken Peasants are not going to have you on. Howard Stern is not going to have you on. But you come on this show, and we will make it the most fart-stravaganzic time of your life. There will be white farts everywhere. You will be having a hard time not touching yourself because there will be so much white farting going on. So just come on our show.
It's not sexual, but I think we could even devote, if not a whole segment, possibly even a whole show.
Yeah, whole show, Diego. We'll give you a whole show.
I just love that it's not sexual, but he calls it a fetish and acknowledges that he wants to be in a pornography film. Pornographic film involving farts.
But it's documentarian in nature. Not fart-oriented. Not sex-oriented. There may be penises present.
Documentary or something.
There's penises present, but it's all about the farts.
And they're all soft. Like, nobody gets hard.
No hard penises in our fart porn.
Have you ever tried to fart with an erection? It's weird.
You know what? I don't want to answer that question. That's disgusting. Fuck you, Ron.
But yeah, it really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
It's a very strange sensation.
Oh yeah.
There's probably some interesting fluid dynamics and chemistry going on there, but it's kind of one of those risky moments.
Lots of pheromones in the room when you flirt with an erection. Wow, we managed to get more like erotically disgusting every time. There's just new novel ways of being disgusting every single time.
Pioneers in it, man.
Pioneers, dude.
None of us approach Ron's level of the big toe up the pink butthole.
That's right.
Classic.
Hey, Doc. Me and Ron were talking about this on episode 25. We want to do an uncensored show on another episode. Not an episode, but like another, not YouTube, but another thing. Mm-hmm. Where we can show like weird porn. But in the first episode, instead of faces, we're all just going to have nut sacks hanging in the camera. Are you in?
Well, I'll have to get the wide angle one, but sure, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, good. And second episode's all buttholes. So
that's fine. Yeah, good. I should warn you that my scrotum looks a bit like Willie Nelson.
That's cool. We need to have varied scrotums on this episode. I'm going to have a fully shaved, perfect-looking, hunky scrotum. Ron's going to be hairy and bushy like Grizzly
Mine
Adams.
are smooth as eggs. They're like chicken's eggs down there.
Oh, yeah?
Not a single wrinkle.
And you have a third as well, right? You have a third ball.
There's an instructional video that we really need to make. The Dummy's Guide to Shaving a Scrotum. Because it's not something your dad teaches you, is it?
Let's get Greg to help out on that video.
It is difficult. Like, I've only tried once with an actual razor, you know, and you gotta like stretch that skin out and then like do this kind of thing. It doesn't really work.
Hey guys, okay, so for the first video we do, we got the 3 of us here. What if we set it up so there's 9 screens? We get 6 of our best fans with testicles, of course. We all just shave our testicles simultaneously. We call it performance art, and we monetize the shit.
I think we get like 40 million views.
Yeah, we could play a Diego video in the background talking about white guys farting while we all shave our balls. 12 nut sacks being shaved on screen.
While we're all playing kazoos or tambourines.
Ladies,
with our dick holes,
get those beans ready for flicking, okay?
It's called nutsack shaving. I favor the lemon and lime shaving foam. It's got a kind of zesty, citrusy thing that kind of.
That sounds very uncomfortable. Ron, do you want to try to call Diego before we go to break?
Yeah, for sure.
You're really going to call Diego?
Am I doing it now?
Go ahead.
Michael, you and I should be very quiet. We don't want to spook him.
That's true. I'm sure he gets frightened very easily.
Be quiet.
I've never actually called him before. I'm kind of nervous now.
Oh my God.
Be nice.
Let's see. Diego. Uh-oh, here we go, guys. Here we go. Calling him. It's ringing. It's ringing. Come on, Diego. Diego, you better answer, you fucker.
Answer.
I want to hear his message.
Come on. Don't do this to me.
Please leave your message for 2.
God damn you, Diego!
35026.
Ron, no. Oh my God, you just gave his phone number out.
Well, Diego, it's a shame that we had missed you. Much love from the Psychic Vampires podcast. We were trying to contact you just now to offer you a very promising role in the porn that we're about to produce. And hopefully you can call me back before the show is over and we can discuss it further. How's that sound, buddy? Thursday Lane, we love you, man. Bye.
Fuck you, Diego! How dare you not answer the phone?
Fucking piece of shit.
Just kidding. We love you, Diego. We want to fart in your face, all of us.
He's busy at the moment. Working long hours.
Farted in, dude.
Working several long hours, absorbing farts into his lungs.
Can you imagine the first date conversation? You know, what do you do? Oh, movies, cooking, art, workout. And what's your thing? Oh, I like to smell white guys' farts. Ah, okay.
What makes white guys' farts so great? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know if there's a chemical reason for it. I've never come across it. It's not a field that's studied extensively, but we have the technology.
We have the technology. We can do it. Hold on. All right, I'm setting up our break. We're going to take a short break, Ms. Other Fizzuckers. Are you ready for break, everybody?
Yep.
All right, Ron. We're going to watch your semi-racist video. Okay, Ron?
Don't go to sleep during the break, Ron.
Don't sleep, buddy. Well, I think he's asleep already. He's not answering now.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Actually, he looks frozen. Ron's
who is the break guy?
The break is Ron. It's Ron's video. All right, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Hopefully Ron's unfrozen by then. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Hey, guys. Do you want to laugh at this skinhead telling white people how to be white? This should be fun. Seriously, this is a thing now? Wear a safety pin to show you're an ally?
Yes, believe it or not, it is a thing. And it's pretty fucking racist to wear one, if you ask me. I'll explain why that is as we go on. So, immigrants, people of color, LGBTQ plus people, and others who were targeted and persecuted and further marginalized by the Trump campaign will know they're safe with you? First of all, it isn't immigrants, it's illegal aliens. It's pretty racist of you to assume anyone that immigrated to America from a foreign nation is an illegal alien, unless your intention is to strawman Donald Trump's immigration proposals. That couldn't be the case, could it? I don't know. Second of all, people of color is just a fancy way of saying colored people. Racist again, motherfucker. Third one, LGBTQ plus. I'll give you that one. Considering his choice of having Mike ban everything that is fun, Pence, as his running mate is, pretty shitty. But personally, I think he chose him to get more traditional conservatives on his side. But who fucking knows? That's just my opinion. That's my theory. Who knows? Trump is an unpredictable motherfucker, as evidenced by his current status as president-elect. Nobody thought this motherfucker would make it this far. Even the professionals who have been doing this kind of prediction shit for years, they never saw this coming. No. Just no. Please. Take it off. Dude, you're a fucking journalist, right? Even though this is an opinion piece, you're actually going to just say in the middle of it, no. Just no. I mean, dude, you sound like you're some fresh out of junior high school teenage girl. Like, God, I fucking hate you people. By the way, the guy that wrote this is a fucking white male.
You're fucking a white male! You're a white man! No, I have done my research. Bullshit!
And he has a shaved head. You know what that means? Either he's a cuck extraordinaire, or he's a secret KKK skinhead media infiltrator hired by the Trump staff to mislead you. You know, kind of like how those Jewish conspiracy theories about Jews controlling the media portray. Except it's in reverse because Trump's doing it, right? I think personally it's far more likely that he's a cuck extraordinaire. Let's go with that one. Let me explain something. White people, we just fucked up. Bad. We elected a racist demagogue who has promised to do serious harm to almost everyone who isn't a straight white male, and whose rhetoric has already stirred up hate crimes nationwide. White people were 70% of the voters in the 2016 election, and we're the only demographic Trump won. It doesn't matter why. What matters is there's a white nationalist moving into the Oval Office, and white people, only white people put him there.
White people, yay!
White people having fun. Global domination over everyone. White people smell so bright. Genocide for anyone who isn't white.
You're killing yourselves. Okay, white people. Every last one of us, including the people who didn't even vote for this motherfucker, even if you didn't vote at all, are responsible for this. Even Hillary, because she's a white lady and falls under this self-hating retard's rhetorical umbrella use of the term white people. He claims we elected a person whose rhetoric has already stirred up hate crimes nationwide, although there's very little evidence to support this, but I don't doubt that it's happening. although some of the stories have been proven to be hoaxes. The crimes committed by these castrated wimps protesting right now, however, is hurting the country far worse. We have people getting assaulted left and right by protesters on film for looking like they might possibly remotely be a Trump supporter.
I believe vote Trump, damn it. You voted Trump! You voted Trump! Oh, yeah! Yeah, he voted Trump! She missed every time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I gotta do that to her. Yeah. Beat his ass! Don't vote Trump. Don't vote Trump! Don't vote Trump! Yeah, this shit didn't it. Still his foot. Wait, take the lighter shit.
By the way, Trump is not even close to being a fucking white nationalist, not any more than Clinton is to being a communist. Yes, Trump did indeed have white nationalist people supporting him, but you conveniently overlook the fact that Hillary Clinton also had communist people supporting her. Either way that you bitches wanted to point the fucking finger, we were gonna get a demagogue elected. We don't get to make ourselves feel better by putting on safety pins and self-designating ourselves as allies. Then that means that you don't get to make yourself feel better by acting holier than thou and self-designating yourself as the motherfucker that gets to tell people how to behave. You're a white, skin-headed male trying to tell what you assume to be white people what to do with our fucking safety pins. Check your goddamn privilege, honky. And make no mistake, that's what the safety pins are for, making white people feel better. They'll do little or nothing to reassure the marginalized populations they are allegedly there to reassure. Marginalized people know full well the long history of white people calling themselves allies while doing nothing to help or even inflicting harm on non-white Americans. And this is where I gotta agree with you, actually. That's what the safety pins are actually for. Making people who feel guilty for being white feel better about being white. This is colonialism 2.0, except it's being practiced in our own fucking country right now by these safety pin wearing saviors that feel the need to coddle their inferior counterparts from foreign lands. The people wearing this symbol must feel like they're superior, because why else would they designate themselves as a safe person for minorities to share their frustrations with? This is the same idea that those rapist white crackers had when they colonized all those countries, including America. They wanted to save and enlighten the savage races, very much like you motherfuckers wearing this symbol. Can I also mention that this symbol is going to act sort of like a reverse Star of David? What if Trump orchestrated this symbol as a means to help identify all of you Hillary supporters so that the Trump death squad can better spot you and execute you in the streets? I mean, either you guys don't actually believe Trump supporters are dangerous, or you're just that drunk on your own white guilt supply that you're willing to catch a brick to the fucking face for it. I know, you're uncomfortable. You feel guilty. You think people are gonna suspect you of being a racist and want some way to assuage that guilt and reassure your neighbors that you're one of the good ones. But you know what? You don't get to do that. You need to sit in your guilt right now. You need to feel bad. So do I. So do all of us. We fucked up. We didn't do enough to change the minds of our fellow white people. We unfriended them. Oh my God, kill yourself. Instead of confronting them. We looked the other way or laughed uncomfortably when our aunts and cousins made racist comments. We were content then. We were content then to be one of the good ones, and now we want congratulations. But we fucked up, and now other people are gonna pay the price. What do you mean, other people? As what you would consider to be a white male born in America, I personally do not have a single goddamn reason to feel guilty other than things that I've personally done to other people. I'm not as stupid as you fucking assholes. I didn't vote because I don't support candidates that don't have my interests in mind. And if the entire system doesn't support my interests, then fuck the system itself. I only take part in the areas that I'm being forced to at pretty much gunpoint, and hope to subvert the system where possible. And if you want something to riot about, how about the fact that all of the candidates were complete trash? How about the only people that should feel unsafe aren't minorities, but should be the people in power that gave us this shit show of an election in the first place? But no, human beings evolved to crave tribal groupthink, and so we have people flocking to one side or the fucking other instead of guarding the interests of themselves and their fellow humans. It's like that opening scene in Space Odyssey where they fight over the water source and it's a bunch of apes just clubbing the shit out of each other. Except you retards are fighting over shit you don't even bother to comprehend. At least they could comprehend water. I mean, fuck you people, I want off of this planet. For the most part, I'll go about my daily life the way I always have. And if I want to, I can put a safety pin on my shirt and congratulate myself for being so woke, for being one of the good ones. Meanwhile, I'll be benefiting every minute of every day from a system that is designed to favor me over people whose skin looks darker than mine. Me, the skin-headed white dude telling people what to fucking do with their safety pins.
He seriously looks like George Bush.
For fuck's sake, dude. First thing of all, you're a fucking journalist. Don't say shit like woke. You fucking retard. You goddamn degenerate. This is why mainstream media is failing so fucking hard. It's like you're appealing to children that say woke. And because mainstream media failed so fucking hard, a goddamn internet meme became a fucking president. Please tell me how you live a superior life, you fucking bitch, to everyone who is a different color than yours again, please. I hate white people just like you do, but it's for the opposite reason. I'm an equal opportunity racist, and I seriously hold myself to that. You're all shit. I hate white people because of people like the author of this very article. You're hypocritical as fuck, you're racist as fuck, and when you're trying not to be racist, that's when you're the most racist. And you think you're one notch special above the other hypocritical racist virtue-signaling colonialist fuckers wearing this safety pin so that you can be a walking propaganda piece to your peers. The problem here in general, as always, is the fact that people with good intentions get hijacked for the purposes of people with bad intentions, and the result is this gigantic, cringy shitstorm spiraling into chaos for all eternity. If you really need a way to show your support, if you just can't bear to sit in your discomfort even for a little bit longer, here's my suggestion. Instead of doing the thing white people invented to make ourselves feel better, follow the example of the people from the marginalized communities you want to support. I recommend, and dude, I say this completely unironically, the motherfucker actually wrote this. I recommend carrying a big sign. You can make your own. It's easy. On the sign, you should write in big bold letters, Black Lives Matter. And hey, if you want, you can use your safety pin to fix it to your shirt. Yes, become a walking billboard for your media masters. Use the pin to fix it to your shirt. Tattoo your body, Goyim cattle. Let us know that we own you racist, so that we can identify our cattle easier. This is 2016, this, people. It's the current year.
Thank you for watching another Jewish Gold State production.
Welcome.
Well, I can't speak for the Jews. I can't tell you why they're racist, dude.
Oh, okay. Can't tell us why the Jews are racist, huh?
Huh?
No. It's a Talmudic philosophy to be so. No, I'm just kidding.
You know what?
Guys.
We're getting some echo from Doc's thingamabob.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Indeed.
Can I say I love that goddamn thumbnail? You're getting really, really good at these.
Yeah.
Oh, please. This is so fucking amateur.
Oh, come on. That looks perfect.
But I will say, by virtue of me being so amazing, that this is pretty great because I'm so great.
Ron looks like Morrissey.
You actually look like an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Really?
Yeah,
you fucked somebody who looked like me me with the blonde hair, huh?
Yeah.
Explains
they
why
they weren't as well shaved as you.
Yeah, I like to keep it pretty trim down there, you know?
Yeah. It's a good thumbnail, though.
So how was the break, everyone? How was the break, everyone? Did you guys have a good break?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you guys do?
Well, I was thinking more about Diego, and we really need to get this guy on the show because he is a star.
Did Diego call you back, Ron?
Diego. No, he didn't.
Diego, do you want us to fart in your fucking face? Call Ron back, okay? We know you're watching. We know you're a huge fan.
I'll call him back one more time before the end of the show. He better fucking pick up. He's probably busy huffing farts right now.
Well, guys, we have some more options, okay? We have Victor Otto, although I will say he's not high on the priority list at this point. We have Christine Pavlina, who still thinks Bernie Sanders is going to be the president. We still have Bank Robber says Virgin Mary made him eat his poop, but we might be done. I don't know. You guys feel done with the poop stuff, or do you want to continue?
Well, he's a pretty entertaining character. I think he's worth a drive-by at least.
Well, then we got to give him the drive-by now so that the poop theme continues and it doesn't seem disjointed.
Yep. Okay. Professionalism.
Andrew Gilbertson.
What is this from Kyle Kalinske?
I think so.
Oh God! Please don't copyright flag us, Kyle Kalinske. We only want to see the guy who,
that guy
eats poop. That's all we want to see. It's not about you. Don't make it about you, okay? What can I say to make you less annoyed with me, Kyle Kalinske? Okay, let's continue. Let's see if we can skip to the poop part.
Yeah, I think he cuts in about 20 seconds. That's the guy.
Here we go.
He looks like he'd be a poop monger.
Poop monger. That's good. Hashtag poop monger. Let's make it work.
And at his trial...
Yeah, shut up.
This happened.
Shut up.
Gilbertson's trial came to an abrupt halt today when, during testimony, he ate his own feces. Now, we do not have video of this, of course, that we're going to be airing, but Gilbertson told the court the Virgin Mary had commanded him to do so.
All right. Well, there you go, guys.
Okay.
Do you think it's likely that the Virgin Mary commanded this man to eat his own feces?
I talk for a living and I'm speechless.
His shit.
In a courtroom, yeah, sworn testimony, Virgin Mary, absolutely, that's totally legitimate.
Well, let's take a look at his face for a second. Does he have the face of a man who would eat his own feces? Does he appear to resemble that person to you? And his name is Gilbertson, something Gilbertson. He looks like a poop eater.
I mean, those eyes say it all right there. Kind of slack-jawed expression.
And the gigantic bandage on his head where he apparently he was running away from the cops and he intentionally ran into a wall because he thought he could imagine his way through it.
Okay, so this guy should be Patrick John Coleman's roommate when they're locked up in an asylum together.
Yeah.
Is there anything of him eating his own feces here in the video? Like, Kyle Kalinske, we don't care what you have to say. Let's just see more of the poop eater.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no more poop eater? Ugh, all right. Poop eater.
I think it's a good story, though. And, I wonder what the verdict was.
I'm sure he was deemed innocent.
Does that count as contempt of court, Not necessarily the eating bit, but the actual defecation in the courtroom.
Do you think that he could be totally sane, but was like, yeah, if I eat my own shit in the courtroom, they'll say I'm insane? You think that could be the reasoning here?
I guess.
Man, when God tells you to eat your own shit, you don't question it. You just eat your own shit.
I question it.
Yeah.
You're going straight to hell if you don't eat that poop.
Which voice in your head said this was a good idea? And can we speak to them?
It was Oxapoy. Oxapoy told him to go ahead and eat his own poop.
Yeah, he does that. That's why Patrick kicked him to the curb, apparently.
Okay,
what's
Greg.
with his haircut? Is he trying to like pick up hipster chicks?
He's a Stephen King novel villain. That's why he has hair like this.
No, apparently he set himself on fire.
As you do.
Burned off half his hair and then ran into a wall. So, he's a well-balanced character, really.
That's an interesting story arc for your life.
He looks like a character, man. He'd be a hoot.
He's a hoot, everyone. What a hoot.
I'd have a beer.
Hashtag what a hoot.
Yeah.
Everything's a hashtag here.
Insane lives matter.
He's insane in the membrane. Okay, Greg. Okay, Greg, no more poopy stuff. You can go ahead and eat your dinner now, okay? Just calm down, buddy.
But do have a thought for the poo-hoarding woman with the shit moat around her trailer.
Let's get it out before Greg gets his toast going.
Yeah. And did we want to go to Christina or SHAMANWATch? I don't know.
Well, here's what we got. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. You're too large on the screen there, Doc. Okay, here's what we got. We got Christine Pavlina saying that Bernie Sanders is still going to be the president. We have future Spider-Man villain Victor Otto talking about fourth density ascension. Dear white people, we did this about Donald Trump. It's a fat SJW.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one. You showed me that.
Krista Raisa doing a regression in which she is very uncooperative with the hypnotherapist. Some lady before the election talking about God's message about the elections.
Oh, the rapture one, yeah.
Yeah, and then we have, of course, SHAMANWATch. And finally, we have some retarded woman talking about shifting timelines, totally schizophrenic. And Robert Lesser's favorite newest retard, Rose New Blueprint, talking about the conspiracy world of facts. Now, obviously, we're not going to be able to get to everyone, but I say maybe we have 3 more shots for retards. So let's pick wisely, guys.
I really feel like Pavlina is a good one to go with.
I want to go with Pavlina. What do you think, Doc?
I'm feeling the Pavlina.
You feeling the Pavlina?
There's no minority report here.
All right.
Into the Pavlina.
Well, Pavlina it is then. Hold on. Okay. She's funny. She's full of... I'm sorry. She is just hilarious.
We've just made a new adjective. How very Pavlina of you.
Oh my God! Look at this diagram. She always draws the divine in a cloud. They're all smiling, one with a halo. The collective consciousness is the divine. Here's Donald Trump. Here's a line down to Donald Trump. What the fuck does this mean? What does it mean?
She's such a spastic.
She
brings out a freaking drawing board and still doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it's like sitting through 14 student presentations when only 3 of the students aren't cabbages. Like, oh God, she's going to draw sheep on the board again.
Yeah.
Let's give a little recap for everyone who's new. We know we have millions of new viewers right now because we're just taking off. Christine Pavlina is a psychic who she channels the angelic realm, who include all of our dead loved ones. She uses the phrase dead loved ones all the time. Our dead loved ones / the angelic realm / the divine, according to this diagram, all know that God has told them Bernie Sanders will be the president. So when Bernie Sanders lost the election, they maintained Bernie Sanders is going to be the president. When when he lost the nomination, when Donald Trump won the election, apparently the divine realm, the angelic realm, the dead loved ones, they all still maintain that Bernie Sanders will be the president. She still maintains that Bernie is going to be president. And the title of the video we're going to watch is called Dear Donald Trump. Hold on, let me find it here. Angelic Realm to Donald Trump. it's okay to step down. So she thinks that she's going to convince Donald Trump to step down and somehow allow Bernie Sanders to be the president, in spite of the fact that he wasn't even a part of the fucking election. She still believes it's possible. Okay,
Yeah,
and
like he's nowhere even in that line of command.
It would be Mike Pence. Mike Pence would be the president. And then I think Paul Ryan, but I could be wrong about that. But
yeah, there is no direct pathway, at least based on my limited knowledge of American politics.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, maybe she's thinking about, when he runs again, when he's like 5,000 years old.
Well, he's probably going to be dead before the next election, so I don't predict him running again, since he's about 5,000 years old already. But,
I mean, he's a wonderful guy, but, he's getting like Yoda. I think he's fantastic. He's the Yoda of socialism.
You know what? Also, this lady, you guys remember the song Pumped Up Kicks? All the young kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, better, blah, 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 blah. You remember that song? It was a big hit a couple years ago.
Yeah.
She thinks that the lead singer from the band, I think it's called Foster the People, she thinks that guy is her soulmate because the angelic realm told her that she's her soulmate. Now, he thinks that she's a crazy-ass bitch and wants nothing to do with her crazy ass. So she says that free will has altered the will of the angelic realm, which in my opinion means, why do we need you, bitch? Because everyone has free will, so why do we need you to tell us what to do if it can always just alter your stupid idea? But
have you noticed that the angelic realm, the spirits and the ancestors never say, you're behaving like an idiot and embarrassing yourself?
Of course not.
Get a real job and stop exploiting people.
No, she can't help herself. Her brother's a notorious 90s scammer, Steve Pavlina, so that's where she gets it from.
Well, that
makes sense. What was his thing?
Motivational speaking, honestly, I haven't looked too much into him. He's not a psychic, but his ex-wife is a psychic, and that's where she learned all his crap from. Former marketing executive, everyone. That's why she uses these notepads, because she thinks you're retarded, and she thinks that using these notepads will somehow be legitimate to you.
You know that she's going to graduate to PowerPoint any minute.
Any minute now, she'll get back into 1996 and realize PowerPoint exists.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see her TED Talk.
Oh my God. But yeah, she thinks Bernie Sanders has been decreed by God to be the president. So she thinks Bernie Sanders is definitely going to be the president. But I guarantee she's already prepared her speech for when Donald Trump accepts the inauguration. Go ahead, Doc.
No, that was it. I was just imagining, Donald Trump gets endorsed by David Duke and Bernie Sanders is endorsed by God.
Oh, yeah, God endorses Bernie Sanders. You know what else? This lady's a Catholic, but she thinks that she's more powerful than the Pope. So what a great Catholic. She should be totally excommunicated.
Do you think she maybe has sort of delusions of grandeur and sort of narcissism going on there?
Do you think that's a possibility?
Little possibility.
Yeah.
Small fragment of a possibility.
Maybe the smell I'm picking up isn't rampant narcissism and it's just mold and dust.
Yeah, no, or it could be feces trapped in a plastic bottle from 1996.
Yeah, the thousands of them that I have strewn around my house.
Here's her face, which to me says, oh God, here we go again. So let's begin, guys. Here we go again. Christine Pavlina.
So we all have a part of our soul that lives on the other side called the higher self. The higher self is you in your most perfect angelic form that is directly connected to the collective consciousness and the divine. Your higher self.
Blah, 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 blah.
I want to point out this lady one time sicked the angelic realm on me. The first video I ever made of her, she said the angelic realm would punish me for trying to take away from her credibility. I feel about the same as I did when I made that video. So I guess the angelic realm either doesn't give two flying fucks or doesn't exist. So there you go.
Maybe your free will did it.
Yeah, my free will. Well, I'm going to get lung cancer. That's the angelic realm coming to get me.
Yeah,
But-
that was it. But, you know,
At least I'm not retarded.
in the first 45 seconds of our video, she said, here are 10 things that I just made up. And this is how they're all connected. And it's a little bit like the start of the Starseeds mythology.
Yeah.
Here's a whole bunch of shit that didn't ever happen and isn't happening now. And this is how it all works together. I mean, here's your existential universe defined in these bizarre terms.
It's the same basic premise as all these other people. They lay out an extremely ridiculous premise, and then all of their hypotheses are based around this premise, which has never been proven. So you invest all this time into understanding the hypothesis, which is built around this premise, and once you understand the hypothesis, you think you're understanding something, but the initial premise was never proven. So
it's a very good way of saying that you can use perfect logic and perfect reasoning, but if your initial premise is flawed, you end up with just more bullshit.
Yeah, well, she's hilarious. So here, I can't wait for the part where she tells us Bernie Sanders is still going to be president, even though we've already elected Donald Trump.
And I love her tone. It sounds like she's doing a sales pitch for office supply.
That's how all of her videos sound. She's a former marketing executive, don't forget.
You can buy some shit you don't.
Feels like it's some kind of skit put on, but she's actually like this.
It's like an SNL skit, except it's so retarded that it actually exists. So
On the other side. So, lack of a better way to explain it, there are essentially two of you. There is part of your soul that lives inside your mortal body that I call the lower self, and the other part of your soul, the angelic version of you, that lives on the other side.
Get to Bernie Sanders, bitch!
Those insults? Like, I don't want to have to go up against that. And so Donald Trump's higher self showed up at that moment and said, Christine, don't worry, I'm going to help you.
No, that didn't ever happen.
What? How dare you question her? Hey, can you prove that it didn't happen? You can't prove it.
Those are the voices in your head, Christina, the ones that say, give me money, give me money. I have an insatiable desire for money.
Just because she makes shit up doesn't mean it's not true. Maybe the stuff she makes up is because God is telling her what to make up. How do you know? You can't prove that that's not true.
You can't prove a negative. Yeah, you're right. And maybe she's on the 18th timeline. You know, the unincorporated one.
There's only 17 timelines. Why are you making such blasphemous comments?
Special research from the Icelandic military. There are 18 timelines.
Didn't you get kicked out of the Icelandic military?
We don't say kicked out. It's a different kind of progression, but
I forgot. You're more progressive over there.
Yeah, very progressive.
In America, we call it suicided out of the military.
Yeah, you just have to move to a different island here, so
yeah,
it happens. Soldier of Fortune, friends of the show.
Well, I just want to hear her say that Bernie Sanders is still going to be president. Maybe she will.
And now I know why. Because this video is to Donald Trump's lower self from Donald Trump's higher self.
All of Donald Trump is a lower self.
This retard thinks Donald Trump is actually going to watch her video and, like, take it seriously. Just take it to heart. That's totally going to happen.
I don't mean to be a bitch about it, but if she was more attractive, he probably would, really.
Hey, Ron, I'm going to fucking murder you, buddy. I'm going to murder you. I'm going to put my hands around your throat, and I'm going to strangle you, Ron. What do you think of that?
I'm back.
I'm going to kill you. You're dead. You're a dead man.
Don't threaten his life. That's a bad thing.
Bernie Sanders said it was okay from the angelic realm.
Yeah.
What if God was Bernie Sanders all along?
Maybe he is. What if
And
God
he's
was
just
Bernie
testing
Sanders?
her faith.
Maybe.
He could be the second coming, you know.
I wonder what, she's already got an excuse in the pipeline for when Donald Sanders accepts the, Donald Sanders. For when Donald Trump accepts the inauguration, she's already got an excuse in the pipeline. So is she like waiting for that moment? She's just building up on it. Like, have a really good excuse for when that happens, because I have a month and a half still.
She'll get more views and she'll get more ad revenue, and she'll just do one of the date switches that the religious people do. Ah, yes, God was right, but just not right now.
Well, what she's going to say is that free will still trumps divine will, which doesn't make sense to me, because wouldn't God have more power? Like, why would God even bother having a fucking divine will if he can preemptively tell what free will is going to lead to? Why would God bother? It doesn't seem to make sense.
Yeah, it's like God doesn't have a plan. God just has a suggestion.
Yeah. So this is one of the internal inconsistencies in deism. Does your God exist? If so, does the God manifest in any meaningful sense and influence things? So Matt Dillon, he has taken this apart a dozen different ways. But yeah, oh, Jesus. She will have an excuse, just like all of the rapture people are not talking at the moment about the end of September last year.
Yeah, they all thought September was going to be a big month, and look at us now.
And what happened? Not a goddamn thing. But they're still driving around making one-handed videos while playing with their cat, talking about the end of the world. So I don't know.
It's coming, man. You don't even know. Don't criticize. The end of the world is nigh. The end is nigh. Stephen Christ fucking told us. How dare you question the Lord?
Stephen, you can come on the show too.
Stephen, please, Stephen.
Man, it's like, between him and Diego, we can never get these assholes on. Somebody needs to make us happy and come on here.
Stephen, I'm your soulmate, and I love you more than anyone on the entire YouTube network. Please, Stephen, we are meant for each other. You know it, Stephen, you know it!
Or at least
don't deny me!
At least do us a solid or something and get Diego to come on, since you're God.
Stephen, you did not wipe out my enemies. The least you can do is come on the show. Come on. I was your archangel for at least 2 months. Don't fucking deny me. You know I love you.
And Patrick, you're welcome too, as is Wiley, and we'll be nice to you both.
Didn't Wiley and Patrick get into... Isn't Wiley possessed by a demon now, so Patrick doesn't talk to him?
Did Wiley punch Patrick again? Or
I don't know, but somebody told me, I think it was Robin Eagle's song, told me that Wiley's possessed by a demon now, so Patrick won't talk to him. I don't watch all of Patrick's videos. Like, none of us actually watch them all. But in one of these videos, he mentioned that Wiley is now possessed by a demon, which means Wiley at some point said, like, you're a fucking piece of shit, Patrick. I'm not doing what you say. So, of course, he's possessed by a demon.
Yeah, it was particularly strange that in some of the videos Wiley's in, he is profoundly rational and coherent compared to Patrick, and actually says in the background, well, actually, Patrick, you did threaten him. You can't just apologize to him and threaten him again.
Listen, okay, Wiley wants to fuck me, all right? I'm the only one of the three Wiley wants to fuck, all right? And I would never fuck Wiley, but I will say, Wiley, because you want to fuck me, I will give you a free pass. Come on this show and talk shit about Patrick. Come on, Wiley. I know you're out there, and I know you want to talk shit about this loser who fucked you over. Come on, Wiley. You're welcome anytime.
Bring your knives. Bring your fire-starting gear.
Wiley, we will be so nice to you. We won't say a goddamn negative word about you. Just come on this show and talk shit about Patrick. You're welcome whenever you want.
Wiley, if you're watching, and we know you are, please hook us up with your jail buddy who trapped Yahweh in a shoebox.
Please, we need to talk to Yahweh. We need to know, why did you create Patrick? Yes.
Wow.
Yahweh. Yeah, he knows a dude in prison who trapped Yahweh in a shoebox.
That's pretty cool.
He likes to start fires. So. All right, Christine, calm down, you crazy bitch. We're going to get back to you. Calm down.
I drew a picture. Look.
The show's not all about you, Christine Pavlina. All right? Just like 10% of it. All right, here we go. More Christine.
To his lower self for him. Because the part of Mr. Trump that lives in the collective consciousness on the other side is his most angelic self. And this is what he wanted to say to you, Mr. Trump.
Oh my God.
He's saying that being president is not going to be all it's cracked up to be for you.
Oh, there we go. Now that Donald Trump heard Christine Pavlina tell him that being president's not all he's cracked up to be, he's just going to give up the presidency to Bernie Sanders. There we go. That was the divine other side's intention the whole time. Christine Pavlina's the messenger of God, everyone.
Is there even like a legal way to do that? Just, I don't want to be president. Here you go, Bernie.
Even if he gave up, I'm like me and Doc were saying, I'm pretty sure that Mike Pence would just become the president. So,
I mean, he's played every impeachment card possible, even before he was elected. So
yeah, he fucking was about to go to trial for raping a 13-year-old girl. I mean, Jesus Christ. What president in history has had that problem?
Where's Nixon when your country needs him so badly?
Nixon looks like Jesus Christ compared to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, at least those other guys are able to hide their, child issue. Donnie should not be elected. Neither should fucking Hillary.
Oh, well. We're stuck with Donald Trump.
We're in a really fucked up timeline right now.
That's right. God damn you, Patrick. God damn you. Why merge us with this timeline, you fucker?
That's right. It's his fault.
It is Patrick's fault. This is all Patrick John Coleman's fault for merging us with the timeline where Donald Trump becomes the fucking president. Oh, he's so powerful.
Do you know there's a strong possibility that the government of Scotland are going to consider him persona non grata and not let him off the plane?
That would be great. It would be great if they also executed him when he tries to land there.
That's not true at all. I'm very good friends with the president of Scotland.
The Scots love me.
He eats my steaks all the time. It's his favorite food.
None of us have a great Donald Trump impression.
Yeah.
Are any of you out there good at Donald Trump? Because if so, you can be our fake Donald Trump. Just email us your Donald Trump impressions. Psychic Vampires Podcast. All right.
Special prizes from the merchandise superstore.
That's right.
Color yourself completely orange, too, for bonus points.
Yeah. If you look like him, you definitely will win.
It was almost an egoic decision that you made that involved more of the thrill of the chase and actually winning the election versus actually being president.
Brilliant insight.
Oh, she is brilliant. How dare you question her intelligence? She's a very intelligent scammer.
She's been huffing that fucking marker a little too much, I think.
Yeah, well, she probably does other things with that marker that we shouldn't mention here because it would be a violation of the terms of service, but...
I'd like to see that.
All I'm saying is that's a girthy marker, Yeah. There's a lot of girth to that marker.
So it's hefty.
Yep. Hefty. She pretends it's Bernie Sanders' wiener.
Oh, God.
Or Mark Foster.
Apparently, Bernie Sanders is hung like a freaking bear.
I bet he is. You know what? I will say one thing about Jewish dudes. Big wieners, from my experience.
Yeah.
Good for you, Jewish guys. Let me see. Yeah, you've seen a lot of Jewish wieners, Doc?
Of course, yeah. I see. Yeah, things.
We learn something every episode, guys.
Yeah, military wieners, the whole smash, really.
Military wieners.
Jews have big circumcised dicks. Good for them. Yeah, I haven't seen a small Jewish wiener. I'll tell you that much. And I've only seen one. So what do you think about that?
N equals 1.
I've probably seen more than one. Probably more than one, but I only know about one for sure. Because I avoid those dirty Jews.
Were the other ones like crypto wieners?
Yeah, they were tiny crypto wieners.
Yeah, we should say that the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent those of anyone.
That's right. We all know all Jews have giant dicks. So...
is saying that this is not your purpose, this is not your heart, this is not your passion. He's saying that your life purpose is actually to run your hotels and be an entrepreneur and have your businesses and have your goals.
Yeah, Donald Trump's going to give up the presidency to run his hotels because Christine Pavlina told him that that's what he should do. Oh my God, guys, I never knew till I saw this video on YouTube. Wow. Fuck you, you dumb bitch. You really think that you have power over the president? God, you're fucking delusional.
But how many people similar to this do we know who give God advice when he contacts them on the God line?
Yeah, God needs her fucking advice. I don't know what to do, even though I'm the omnipotent creator of the universe. Let me ask Christine Pavlina. Fuck you.
That's exactly how it happens.
Yeah, he really gives a shit about your opinion, dumbass. All right, more Christine. Then I got to take a piss soon, okay?
You would think God would have chose somebody with better art skills. I mean, that's just terrible.
No, she's great. She's amazing.
Forces for
Fucking stick figures.
Relax and de-stress. Your purpose was really to be this entrepreneur starting all these businesses, creating jobs, right? That is your
right.
That is your passion. That is your purpose.
She sounds a little bit Sarah Palin.
By you being elected president, you are essentially considered now off path. You are out of line.
Oh no! Donald Trump is off path. He better correct course because Bernie Sanders is supposed to be the president according to Jehovah.
God, man, I can't believe people like this actually exist. And
she exists, believe it.
She has this marketing condescension voice and is sitting here pretending that Donald Trump is actually going to listen to her. Oh shit, I better just, call Bernie up and just give him the presidency.
Because that's how it happens. That's exactly how it happened. And not only that is going to watch and pay attention to this, but that she's passing on a message from the God. Presumably she's in touch with Wiley's prison friend and, has a hotline to the shoebox.
That'd be amazing. Well, guys,
tin can.
You keep talking shit about this tard. I'm going to go take a piss in my own mouth.
What's happening? Her face is doing something strange.
Yeah, it looks like she's being mouth raped by a ghost.
That could be. I mean,
it's her higher self.
We know of certain people who have been molested by entities, and this is obviously a thing that happens these days. But seems like an interesting enough character. But does she sell her insights and products and such? The yoni eggs or whatever?
I don't really know. But I'm sure she does sell private DVD seminars. All of these types would.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's something like that. Maybe she has workshops and shit.
I think she almost certainly does. I mean, she has the skill set for it. I'm going to say exactly the same thing using 3 different words. So
and then I'm going to draw it too.
And here's a stick figure, and turn to page 4 in your guide and give me more money. Now, this woman has thousands of subscribers as well, so clearly there's a demand for it. So I ask you, why don't we do this? Let's just make some stuff up and get paid lots of money.
I just seriously think a lot of people just like being talked to like their children.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's what it is. They like being coddled like this, and I don't know, being told what they want to hear. Oh, God's gonna make it happen. God's gonna make Bernie win somehow. I don't know, man. It's just mind-blowingly stupid.
Yeah, I need to ask Michael, though, what kind of stuff she sells. There has to be a market to it. I wouldn't see her doing this kind of stuff if she was just full-bore crazy. It's certainly in the wind there, but I think there's something else happening.
Yeah, I think she snapped. Somehow something made her snap and make her think that God's talking to her. Psychosis just kind of settled right in, and she's never dropped her marketing stick.
I'm back, Ginger Snaps.
Ginger Snaps.
I don't know why I said that. Neither of you are gingers, but you both have the personalities of gingers.
Fuck you. No, I don't.
Fuck you, Ron!
I
Fuck
do
you,
not.
Doc!
Fucking
Dirty
ginger.
Ginger kin. Fuck you guys.
Gingerkin.
Dirty Gingerkin.
Does Christina sell anything? You know, does she market?
Yeah. She has prices for her dumbass bullshit. Could probably find it here if I look hard enough.
What is it that she sells? Like just seminars or something? Like we were trying to like theorize what it could be.
I don't know. No, she definitely sells stuff. I'm gonna look at her website here. I'll pull it up. Let me find her prices. Her prices are not extremely outrageous, but they're still like
readings.
Yeah, she does readings, but she's obviously not a psychic. Okay, here I'm gonna share the screen here. Let me pull this up here. Her face looks
crazy,
so sexy with that big mouth.
Oh yeah, I just want to bite that lip.
Oh yeah.
She looks like one of those blow-up ladies that sadly.
Oh man, that's funny.
All right, you guys can see her thingamabob. Let me pull it down.
I almost fell out of my chair.
Shut up, Ron! There we go. Okay. I'm just kidding, Ron. You don't need to shut up. I'm just being an asshole. 15-minute readings, $49. 30-minute readings, $99, which actually means you lose $1 when you go up to a 30-minute reading, because it should be $98 when you go to a 30-minute reading, but instead it's $1 more. So why wouldn't you just buy 2 15-minute readings, save yourself $1?
That's so fucking.
She's trying to discourage people from taking the longer readings because it takes more energy to keep.
Yeah, it does. That's what it is, dude. You're right.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't go 15 minutes, $100, 25 minutes, $4,000.
Well, look, you lose $2 if you go to a 60-minute reading. That shit should be $147, but she charges $149. So she actually charges you more for every extra 1 minute of time you take, between $1 to $2 more. So that's pretty arrogant.
It says this one involves a chakra reading, what your guides would most like you to know, discussing 4 to 5 areas of your life and connecting with a deceased loved one.
By the way, the deceased loved one wants you to vote for Bernie Sanders, even though it's impossible to vote at this point. That's what they want.
This reading is also perfect for someone who just has a lot of questions to ask their spirit guides. You'd be surprised how quickly an hour can pass.
I would just like to ask her a question, like from a dead person that I know, and be like, what kind of dildo does my grandma like to masturbate with? Because I found the dildos under her bed. I want to see what grandma tells Christine Pavlina and just verify if it's true or not. So
yeah, but none of it is. It's just coming right out of her ass.
I'm just kidding. I did not find dildos under my grandmother's bed. Okay,
that was a rolling pin, man.
Yeah, it was a rolling pin.
Oh, I needed to mention, Michael, I really enjoyed your comments on Patrick's videos about Spot the Dildo as a new game.
Yeah, but I'm so disappointed because there were no dildos in those videos. I was like, every Patrick video has dildos. Surely this one will have a dildo. And then neither of the two I watched had goddamn dildos. And he wasn't repeating himself because, of course, he was just out of detox. But he is repeating himself now, so at least there's that.
Yeah, it's ramping up and the cycle is increasing.
The cycle gets faster and faster. Guys, before you know it, Patrick will be in detox. The next day he will be out. And then the next day he'll be back in detox. The cycle increases, okay? You can deny it all you want, Patrick, you dirty gay shaman. But the fact is, you can't escape biology, bitch.
This year, I think the count is 4 rehabs.
4 rehabs so far. Good for him. I'm so happy for him.
Damn, that's pretty bad.
You guys want to continue with Christine, or do you want to do Shaman Watch?
Man, we can dip right into Shaman Watch. This bitch is kind of boring, actually.
Yeah, she's just lame. What a lame-ass bitch. Fuck you, Christine Pavlina. We don't care for you. What do you think?
We're not buying what you're selling. Sorry, love.
Ron is. I think Ron's gonna go buy some of it.
Yeah, that's a pretty mouth, all right.
Hold on, let me find Christine. How do I make Christine smaller? Come on, this shouldn't be very hard. There we go. I'm gonna make this bitch smaller.
Wouldn't you just love those soulless eyes looking up at you as she's sucking?
Oh yeah, it would be so hot. There we go. TOS violation. Thanks, Ron.
At least I'm not showing like a cat actually filleting a person.
Hey, you've shown butthole diagrams before, so.
Ron, I need to give you the copyright strike update. I think you missed it at the beginning.
Oh yeah, Doc got a copyright strike.
For real?
Sorry, no.
No, wait, it wasn't copyright. It was a TOS strike.
Bullying and harassment.
You're such a big bully, man.
I know, because I showed a certain person waving a gun around and threatening Michael's life.
It was a slayer of draconian aliens, in case you don't know who it is.
Oh, the irony.
Somebody's still butthurt, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. By the way, Draco, we know you're watching from your tree bowl in the Ewok village. I hope you've got a good blanket for the Imperial winter.
He lives in a hole in a tree in the middle of the woods in Ottawa because he doesn't want the police to find him. That's where he's been staying.
Yeah. So, dude, if you're still scalping Wi-Fi from someone, you should know that I've still got the 68 different screenshots of you threatening my life.
And it's not right to steal people's Wi-Fi. I mean, they pay for that Wi-Fi, dude. You shouldn't just be stealing people's Wi-Fi like it's no big fucking deal. That's not cool, man.
But the guy's
You fucking leech.
Because his landlord repossessed his Xbox.
My Xbox!
Mom, he won't let me get my Xbox. What do you mean I don't have an Xbox? I don't have Xbox games, Mom.
My girlfriend bought me that Xbox. My Asian pussy bought me that Xbox, Mom.
I was playing Call of Duty with my friends.
Oh my God, we're gonna get in trouble for this, guys.
Yeah. Terms and conditions.
We're gonna get slandered into oblivion for this.
So let's move on to Patrick.
Let's do it, but let me just get my windows aligned first. I'm having a hard time because Ron, I don't know why, but somehow it's his fault.
Yeah,
but it's what I do.
Before we start, doesn't Patrick look delightful in this image? I think
he looks so delightful. It's just impossible to believe.
People mistake him for Harley Quinn every day.
Yeah.
It must be the big Greg clown nose.
He looks younger than usual. He looks older than usual. It's because the timelines are merging.
Yeah, it's not the years of alleged abuse of different types.
Not one person on the planet thinks that you look younger than 58. So you need to calm down, buddy.
Well, when you take all those loads to your face, it tends to kind of ease up on those wrinkles a bit, I hear.
Yeah, but I guess he's not taking him to the face because he looks like an old motherfucker. So
yeah, he must not be doing so well.
Here's Fag Trick, everyone. Fag Trick, John Coleman.
Fag Trick.
Yeah, Michael's allowed to say that.
I am allowed to say it because I am a fag. All right? I proudly put wieners in my mouth.
Fags, friends of the show. Friends of the show.
Shut up, Siri. Why is Siri trying to respond to my comments on the show? Fuck you, Siri.
My name is Patrick John Coleman. I'm a shaman in Chicago, Illinois. I'm sorry, I'm a shaman. If you don't think
we're
that
sorry
I'm a shaman, then just go
we're
away.
Sorry, definitely.
Just go away. You're not wanted. You're not part of the conversation. Okay, do I have to talk to baby
well, you
talk?
know what, you dirty piece of shit? We're here anyway. No one cares what you tell us to do. You put this shit on the internet, you should expect people who think you're a piece of shit to watch it. Say la vie, bitch. That's how it works. You don't get to decide what your audience is. If you put this crap in public, then you should expect people who think you're a piece of shit to watch it.
Yep, and he's not bleaching the mustache anymore, so at least he doesn't look quite so Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. He doesn't look as much like Hulk Hogan, that's for sure. He should keep it up, though.
we're going into a droopy dog phase. So the eyes are going to start to swell and the cheeks are going to start to droop over the next week. That's the shaman forecast.
How long do you suspect before opiates are once more flowing through his blood?
Opiates, I'm not sure, but some kind of chemical modification should be expected before Friday next week.
Okay, guys, Shaman Cast. All right. Before Friday next week, we see another phase. A phase we've seen many times before. Patrick fresh out of detox. A week and a half later, he's babbling like a retard. And then 3 weeks later, he's gone. Nowhere to be seen. And
yeah,
then
that
he's
was
making
actually
videos from the hospital. And then back to phase
That was actually that was gonna be my bet, actually. 3 weeks from now, he's probably gonna be back in.
3 weeks, guys. Shaman Cast. 3 weeks from now, Patrick's back in detox.
Yeah, all the local stores should stock up on Rip It and For Local and
Stock
cigarettes.
up now while there's still time, because you don't want him to be knocking all your shit over in the store in a fucking histrionic fit now, do you?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, more Patrick. Wait, is he still with Will? What's going on with Will?
Will posted a very disturbing video, actually, and it's the first one he's done, so I'm not jumping on it or anything.
Does he mention Patrick?
No, he just seemed like a calm but distressed guy. I don't know. There's a vibe to him. He seems like a lovely young man who's dealing with some serious issues.
Of course, he never mentions his engagement / future child, right?
Yeah.
All right, just checking the importance on that one for him.
Because you're acting
Apparently
like
not
big
very.
black babies who won't get in the way. You know, and you there's no shortage of people who know I'm a shaman. I mean, I'm not concerned. But you're wasting my time and you're annoying. And, you've tried everything. You've called the cops on me. You've run smear campaigns. You've made videos.
We've tried everything, and now it is impossible for him to get a boyfriend because we've all seen the fucking interview where his ex talks about the fact that he physically abused him and psychologically abused him. But, apparently he's winning, okay? Apparently he still somehow comes out smelling like roses after all this, even though everyone on the face of the planet who knows what's going on thinks he's a dirty piece of shit. But okay.
I'd estimate at the moment, like, Patrick has almost 2,000 subscribers. He rarely gets 200 views. I may be underestimating that a little bit. But the overwhelming majority of the ratings are negative.
Well, it's all from people who hate him, who watch his videos. But, of course, I guess we don't want to give Patrick too much time. This is more of the same bullshit, right? What's this video called?
Well, this one is kind of good because he goes through the history of all the stuff that's happened to him again, and it's death threats and so on and so on.
So more of the same crap, right?
Which seems to be the theme. I think he's baiting a hook with his recapitulation of his nonsense, and it's almost word for word from previous videos.
You know what? I have a question for his biggest fan, Amy Shaw. Hey, Amy, how much money have you given to him? I'm just curious. Like, what's the tally? How much money have you given to this guy? Because I guarantee it's in the triple, if not quadruple digits of how much money you've given this guy, your only friend. Just curious, Amy.
I'm thinking somewhere between $4,000 and $5,000 at the moment.
Well, who knows? Maybe it's more than that. But I bet you, Amy, that every time Patrick talks to you, he mentions that you are so wise and so kind and that you're one of his only real friends. Is that what happens every time you talk to Patrick, Amy? And does it usually end with you giving him money? Just ask yourself. I'm just curious if that's what goes on, Amy.
Yeah. When she's not writing to Charles Manson, presumably.
Yeah, when she's not busy writing letters to Charles Manson about how great he is and how wrong it is that he was destroyed by the evil system. She's probably giving Patrick John Coleman some money. Well, anyway.
He did get a big TV and an Xbox and such like.
Yeah, Google gave him $1,000, which I don't understand how that happened because his videos get absolutely no views that would generate that kind of money. But who knows? Maybe she donated $1,000 to him Maybe that's what happened.
He also says in a recent video that he's obviously a shaman because he doesn't have to pay his rent or his bills. Other people do that, so he's obviously a shaman. No mention at all of the Catholic charities that, as he has announced, pay for his life.
Well, let's watch him for a little bit longer, then we'll move on to the next video. I just want to remind everyone that he's a dirty piece of shit with ugly cotton candy hair.
Exposing me as a fake shaman. You've done, sent me death threats.
Ron, didn't he admit to you that he was a fake shaman on one of his calls?
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure did.
So nobody's doing a video exposing you as a fake shaman, you fucktard. You expose yourself because while on substances, you called Ronaldinho and told him you're a fake shaman. So
that was an alternate timeline.
Oh, yeah, that's one that doesn't exist, even though there's videos of it on the internet.
Yeah, and it exists in my brain because I certainly remember that particular line where he says, so do you think I should just go back to Bo Ratliff?
Yeah, go back to Bo Ratliff, you piece of shit. It's less disgusting. You know, at least Bo Ratliff never caused anyone to kill himself. So
there's that. Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. Did we rip enough on Patrick Coleman?
Self-pronounced fake shaman and robot from the future.
Let's skip ahead. We'll watch 15 seconds, then we'll move along. There you go. Patrick, are you happy with that? I hope so.
Locked up. And that didn't work. And you said you're going to do this, and that didn't work. You said you're going to do this, and not going to work. You called me every name. Child porn.
Can I jump in here?
Go ahead.
Patrick is loathsome in all kinds of different ways, and I'll back that up with video evidence, and I'm happy to do it. But personally, I find him most repulsive when he's primping, smug, and self-satisfied.
Every video he primps himself. He's crying, and then he stops and he fixes his hair. Like, go fuck yourself, you fucking loser. And you know what? He can say whatever the fuck he wants, but that video with Patrick Butterfield explaining all the shit that you did to him, you dirty son of a bitch, is always going to be on the internet. No matter what happens, there's always a mirror ready to upload immediately after, okay? So you will never get rid of it. Everyone's always going to know that you're a fucking violent piece of shit. Everyone's always going to know that you're a junkie. Everyone's going to know all this shit, Patrick, and you can't make it go away. So you can try to scam whatever stupid retards that you can manage to get in your fucking claws, but the fact is, these videos are always going to be there. And the second that they actually research you, they're going to dump your fucking lame ass. So there you go. There's your future, okay, buddy? You're screwed forever. I hope you enjoy it.
And you are not a robot from the future.
That's right. You're just a dirty-ass scammer, all right? Well, Ron, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you want to do? We have... Well, you know what? We got to watch the Nappy video because we've been sitting on this shit for weeks.
Nappy. Is this the
Squeak and Perp.
Nappy. Good old Nappy.
Squeak and Perps, okay?
So, for the audience, is Nappy like the ninja of targeted individuals? Because he seems to get around.
He does. He gets around. Guys, Ron's got to leave soon, so we'll watch Nappy, then we'll just watch something else, and then we'll wrap it up, okay?
Okay, cool.
Here we go.
Nappy's great for a lot.
Squeaking a perp.
I start my recycle and shit. They have a weirdo coming up, fucking with me.
That's a T.I. I mean, that's a gang stalker, guys, because he's wearing a yellow shorts.
The street is deserted. You guys see that? Oh, yeah, the worker dropping off food and shit.
What a gang stalker. Wearing a...
I asked you to leave me alone, sir. Can you please go?
Those things are fucking loud, by the way.
Would have been awesome if that guy pulled out a gun and shot Nappy right through the fucking skull. That would have been hilarious. What a great ending to this video.
I mean, the video doesn't do justice to how loud those things can actually be when they're right next to you, dude.
No, he's lucky this guy didn't punch him in a nutsack.
Yeah, that would be my first fucking impulse, is to just turn around and punch whoever the fuck did that.
Because, I mean, this guy's walking along the street. To me, he looks like a kind of FedEx delivery dude. He's earning his money doing this terrible job, and he has to deal with nappy head roots and an air horn.
Nappy should start a prank channel.
Hopefully Donald Trump deports this motherfucker. We can only hope, right?
How cool would it be if Nappy was just running around squeaking people and it was a prank, bro. Don't beat me up. Like,
God, I would love if he got the shit beat out of him. How great would that be?
It's amazing. He doesn't have prank. Because, he approaches some pretty scary looking guys and accuses them of all kinds of stuff, and they all turn out to be really reasonable characters. And like, yeah, sure, man. Yeah, no problem. Mm-hmm.
Too reasonable.
Didn't he have like some chick pull his dreadlock out once?
Yeah,
like
that happened.
And then some other guy like threw a bike at him or some shit.
I remember the
bike, bro.
Yeah, I remember the dude throwing the bike at him. Too bad that it didn't fucking destroy his brain. But
well, hearing the guy talk, there's maybe a little bit of something else going on there too.
Right.
Or is that his baseline?
Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
He lives in a van and poops in a bucket. So he's not very much different from the second lady we watched on this episode.
Except he has an air horn.
Yeah, the air horn makes all the difference. So what do you guys want to do for the last video? We got the Conspiracy World of Facts. That's Robert Lester's newest retard, Rose New Blueprint, or whatever her name is. We got Joey Guns.
We need to get that dude on the show, by the way.
Yeah, he needs to come on. You want to do Joey Guns, Golden Douchebag of the Week, the second time he's won the award?
What do you think, Ron?
Sounds good to me.
Let's go with Joey. He's simple, and you know what you're going to get.
Here we go. Golden Douchebag of the Week, everyone. This video is called My Constitutional Right to Fuck You Up. Here we go. This is a Jew hater, everyone. Dirty Nazi piece of shit. With a kid, unfortunately.
And automatic weapons.
To all you Latinos, Hispanics, or whatever it is you call yourselves, I'm an American.
Whatever you Latinos or Hispanics call yourselves, I'm pretty sure you covered it. I'm pretty sure there's the only two terms.
I'm not black. I'm not a beaner. I'm not a nigger. I'm not a spick.
Wow.
Not a honky. I'm an American. And that's where you're going to address me.
That's right. No black people or Hispanic people are Americans. Only white people are Americans. Fucking retard.
And this dude's not even white. Like, isn't he like mixed Hispanic?
All I know is that he can go fuck himself and he's not scary to anyone, okay? Joey Guns, you're a fucking loser, pathetic piece of shit who shows off your guns online because you have a tiny little penis, a tiny white dick that nobody would ever want to put in their mouth. You think you're superior because you're white, but you're not even white, and you're definitely not superior. So go fuck yourself, you fucking loser. You don't scare anyone, and you look like a dirty fucking vagina. All right? That's what you look like.
And your gun skills are laughable. Put the weapon down, you jackass.
And you know what, bitch? CPS needs to take away your kids, and then the government needs to come along and put some sedative in your fucking bloodstream and lock you in a padded room. Because you don't deserve to be walking around in society because you're a dirty fucking retard. All right? Sorry, I couldn't help it. I need to add more hate to Joey Guns.
No, you needed to get that out there.
I needed to. It was very important.
My boy over here is gonna fucking set your ass.
I have a tiny penis, but my gun makes me feel like a man. I can't please women, but at least I have a gun.
Straight motherfucker. I run across anybody. I don't give a fuck what your skin pigmentation is. I run across any motherfuckers in the street, especially Latinos or blacks.
And I don't give a shit what your skin color is, but if you're Latino or black, I'm gonna shoot you. You're a fucking retard. Kill yourself.
This guy is just straight up fucking retardedly disgusting.
Seriously, he doesn't deserve to be alive. He should bash his face into a wall until he drops dead of blood loss. Fuck you, you stupid piece of shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, he's gonna accidentally shoot himself eventually anyway, the way he's carrying on.
He'll probably shoot his kid first on accident.
One hopes not, but he's been doing this stuff for years, and he frequently both threatens federal officials with actual bodily harm, and otherwise implies the corruption of people like serving judges. So this guy really swings wide and always misses.
It's gonna be awesome when his dumbass gets arrested for mentioning the wrong fucking name. No one's scared of you, you fucking dirty retard. You're such a pussy. You go online with your guns and make retarded idle threats to people who don't give two flying fucks about you. Doesn't that prove how goddamn irrelevant and worthless you are? You mean nothing to anyone. Even your own kid is gonna fucking hate you because you're such a goddamn retard. But you have no shame. Oh my God, you are so pathetic. Kill yourself.
He has
right?
like no self-awareness for how fucking stupid he is.
You think you're so powerful and important, but you're nothing but a fucking joke to billions of people on the internet. We laugh at you. You have no power and you look like a goddamn pussy. Jesus Christ. Fuck you, Joey Guns.
He threatened me with his dead lawyer that took me about 5 seconds to find was deceased.
Gotta lie. You've gotta lie to try to scare people. Could you be any more pathetic?
What was he gonna do? Hire Pavlina to fucking talk to this lawyer for him?
Even Christine Pavlina would steer clear of this guy. She'd be like, this guy is insane. Oh my God, stay away from this guy.
He plainly doesn't understand the concept of class action because he threatened me individually with a class action suit by him individually.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. So, all right, Joe. I'll expect your lawyer to call me from the afterlife anytime.
You know what? A guy who has tons of loaded fucking automatic weapons laying around his house while showing his baby in the same videos should maybe be more concerned about CPS showing up at his door than he is about the government cracking down on his crazy white supremacist ass. Fuck you, retard. You have no power, and you're going to get yourself fucking screwed because you're too stupid to control your own actions. All right? I'm just trying to trigger him, okay?
Certainly his own words, because in the one where he introduced his hideously named AK-47, he made a point of mentioning that all of his weapons are illegal. He only buys illegal guns. I'm like,
yeah, he says that. I only buy banned firearms, man.
Really smart. You're a smart guy, okay? Your kid should be proud to have a retard for a father.
You can hear the child sniveling in the background and crying.
You know what? This guy, honestly...
And he talks about his gun called the Jew Killer.
Yeah, he calls it Jew Killer. That's what he named his gun. Dude, you should be fucking lobotomized, all right? You do not deserve to walk around with the rest of society. You're a disgusting piece of shit. Everyone on the planet who's even halfway cognizant, who would watch 30 seconds of even one of your videos, knows that you're a disgusting piece of shit, and you don't deserve to breathe. You're fucking sick. You're talking about killing people? Fuck you, you stupid piece of shit.
Yeah,
everyone hates you, all right?
This idiot read the Turner Diaries a few too many times or something.
All right.
And one of the things that is really ominous about some of his videos, because it's all comedy and such, like, and when he gets threatened, he does the performance art thing. But,
oh, yeah, he claims performance art because he's a dirty pussy who can't possibly accept the responsibility of saying the things that he says. I mean, what a little bitch acts like they're not responsible for their own comments. You are the biggest pussy of all. For your bigoted ass who can bitch about gay people and trans people and whatever you want, but you are so much of a pussy that you can't even own the responsibility of your own comments. You can't be a bigger vagina than that, Joey Guns.
And the dark thing for me is just a little atmospheric thing. He's frequently doing his shtick, all the hateful rhetoric, and cartoons are playing in the background. You can hear the old war.
Entertain his kids, who he should not be legally allowed to fucking have.
It's really spooky when he's talking about genocide and individual murders, and it's Looney Tunes in the background.
Is he a single parent?
I've got no idea.
He says he has a wife.
Okay, well, I don't care if he has a wife or not. This guy is walking around with fucking semi-automatic weapons in the same room as his child. CPS needs to be concerned, all right? So you can say all your fucking bullshit on the internet all you want, but when you walk around on the camera with semi-automatic weapons in the same room as your child, then maybe the government should take an interest. Maybe you should concern yourself with the consequences of your retarded actions, Joey Guns.
I mean, take a look at Von Helton. The same shit happened to him. He ended up losing his kid.
CPS showed up for Von Helton, right?
Exactly. And it's going to happen here, too, if he keeps this shit up.
Well, listen, you fantasy-dwelling retard. You may think you're immune from reality, but the fact is that you're a part of it. And one day, reality's going to catch up to your fat, retarded ass. And CPS is going to come knocking on your door asking why you're making videos with your infant in the same room while you parade around with a gun, which you proudly call the Jew killer. Okay? So don't be surprised when President Trump sends his goons to knock on your door and ask why you're walking around with a gun in a room with your baby. All right, stupid? Just prepare yourself for it psychologically, because it's destiny for you.
You just could not make this up. You know, if we sat down and said, well, let's come up with the most hateful, ridiculous character, and what will we make him do? We wouldn't come up with this.
You wouldn't. A gun called Jew killer? People would say that's retarded. It's unbelievable. But it's real.
I mean, I know we're pretty lowbrow, but we would kind of say, nah, this is a little distasteful. Let's not go with this idea.
We are so lowbrow that Ron has a video on his channel of a woman taking a piss into a diaper. But this is too unbelievable. Okay? This is not right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
but you have to remember that special rules apply to Joe because he's a 33rd degree Mason.
Oh, yeah, and he has friends who are judges. I forgot. Oh, I'm so scared. We're all in trouble. His judge friend is going to screw us all over, guys.
Yeah.
What do we say? Golden douchebag of the week? Joey Guns, golden douchebag of the week?
Absolutely.
Golden douchebag. Yeah.
Golden douchebag of the week, you dirty Jew-hating fucking homophobic retard. Congratulations, dumbass.
That means he has the record for the Golden Douchebag Award. He has won it twice.
He has. Twice. Joey Guns has the official Golden Douchebag of the Week until Patrick Wait, didn't we give Patrick immunity to this because he would win every time?
Yeah. He would win every single week.
Yeah, so Joey Guns is the reigning Douchebag of the Week.
Mm-hmm. Who is going to knock Joey Guns off the Golden Douchebag pedestal?
I don't know. Blue Heaven? Joey Guns is way more disgusting.
Blue Heaven, I just think she's lost it. But she's not threatening anybody with weapons.
Oh.
Just with her company and her very, very peculiar voice. She's still talking about the pony that God gave her to ride around in heaven. And so
Lesbians like ponies. What can we say? They love ponies. It's their favorite.
It's all pretty benign. And she didn't copyright strike me from making fun of her. So there's that.
I'm so happy for her. Yeah. Well, Ron, I know you got to go. Any final thoughts on our Golden Douchebag of the Week?
No, not really. I think we pretty much hit it on the head. This guy's just pure disgusting.
He's pretty gross, and I hope that he's super butthurt about my rant against him. In fact, I hope he's so triggered that he has to make a response video. That's what I'm hoping for. Come on, Joey. We need a response video in time for next Thursday at 8:30 Eastern Time. Come on. You got a week. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, We need to sick your entire deceased legal staff on our asses.
Put your baby in the video, please.
Yeah, make it easier for CPS to identify who they need to rescue.
For real. Come on, we need to see the baby's face. Well, Ron, I'm guessing Diego never called you back, huh?
No, I'm gonna go to sleep alone again. Fart-filled bed without any guy to huff it.
One day you will be able to fart in Diego's face. Don't worry, buddy.
I want to give him a Dutch oven and just hold him under the blanket and fart.
That's really hideous.
You know, that's probably where it came from. Maybe he had like lots of brothers, or and they did that, and he kind of.
Wow, you added a whole new level to this story, Doc.
Yeah, you could be onto something.
Yeah, because kids are horrible to each other, and maybe I'm thinking he was the youngest, or the certainly gayest.
Definitely the gayest, definitely.
Yeah, hands down.
And maybe that became a thing, and he just thought, I'm just going to dig this, and they'll stop. And then he really did start to dig it.
He likes those white farts.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Who doesn't like a nice white fart in their face every once in a while, huh? Don't we all like one every once in a while?
A white hot fart melting your face.
White light. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Mm-hmm.
White heat.
Everybody, if you heard that phone number earlier, call Diego and tell his ass to get on the fucking show.
Late now. Well, Ron, we're going to let you go masturbate and then fall asleep, which I'm sure was your plan.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, have fun masturbating to hot
Got the
thoughts
lotion at the ready.
Sexy Thai lady boys. I'm going to do the same after we're done. I love me some Thai lady boys.
Mm-hmm.
They have the nicest feminine dicks of all.
But the worst faces.
How dare you? Goddamn you! Fuck you, Ron!
I'm sorry. I had to go there. But anyways, good night, everybody.
Nighty-night, Ron.
Good night, homeboy.
Peace out,
Night,
homie.
you dirty, skanky whore. Do you want to do one more video, Doc?
Let's do one more video now that Ron isn't around to the show.
Yeah, he can't ruin it anymore now that it's just us, the two best psychic vampires.
Yeah, he seemed a tiny bit low energy tonight.
Low energy, just came in and he was like, I already ruined the show by not showing up for an hour. Now I'm going to come in, I'm going to make it worse. So good for you, Ron.
Yeah, thanks, Ron.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, we love you despite everything.
We do, because we're so kind-hearted and light worker-ish. We're light workers, so we can't help but feel serious empathy for you.
I'm actually an indigo middle-aged man.
Okay, well, I'm an indigo child because I'm young and lithe and nubile. So,
always.
Do you want to watch this lady with God's message about the next presidential elections from before the election as our final video?
Or, well, what would be your preference, Maestro?
Well, here's what we have, okay? We have, we watched Joey Guns already. We have God's message. We have Robert Lester's favorite new retard, Rose New Blueprint, talking about the conspiracy world of facts. I will tell you, she's a high-quality retard. Very high quality.
I think we have to go there.
You want to go with her? Okay, I won't even mention the other retard. Rose New Blueprint. Let me get us started.
Guys.
Shut up, you fucking dirty ginger bitch.
But for all the viewers, we know you loved it, but there will be more Fecal Follies.
Fecal Follies is going to be a regular segment because I know you guys love Fecal Follies the same as me and Doc do. We love some Fecal Follies.
And if anyone in the course of their week passes anything that looks like a cabinet member or a world leader or a music star, please photograph it and send it to the Psychic Vampires.
All right, let me move this down here. There we go. All right, Rose New Blueprint. Have you seen her before?
I recognize her, yeah.
Yeah, she's hilarious. Good for her. Let me make her bigger.
Ooh.
Here we go. Let me make her a little bigger. Robert Lester, I know you're watching. Get your wiener out, start smacking it, okay? We're gonna have some fun with this tard. Just kidding. Keep Keep your dick in your pants. I was just kidding. I was trying to spice things up.
Hi guys, thank you for your comments and stuff. I'm making this very quick video just to let you know that I am your messages, which I appreciate, are like in places I don't always find. So I'm like finding them now. In some of them went to where they say
nobody
call it, you know.
Well, she starts this by talking about how everybody's messaging her. I just have a feeling that that's not actually true. Like maybe like 1 or 2 people message her, but I have a feeling that most people are not messaging her and don't give a shit about her. But what do I know? Maybe she's super popular. As she's about to reveal, she thinks her ex-husband and his new wife are in on some conspiracy to fuck her over, and they're fucking with her YouTube comments. So, good job, Robert Lester. You found a good one.
Messages in waiting or whatever, and you have to approve them, I guess. And and then I try to answer you guys, and literally on my own channel it says comments fail to post, which makes me think and wonder if my channel isn't infiltrated by my enemies at hand, my ex and his wife and their best friend.
No, it means your hardware or your software or your internet connection is.
What are you saying? You saying her ex-husband and his new wife and her new husband's wife's father are not in on a drastic conspiracy to fuck with her YouTube channel? How could you be so close-minded?
It could certainly be that. That's a viable alternative to the obvious.
At least you're accepting the truth. Her husband's her husband's new wife's father, who's in the Illuminati, has nothing better to do than to make it hard for her to reply to YouTube comments. That's pretty much his only goal in life. He's got nothing else to do. So,
special mission.
Yeah.
I do that as a joke for myself, and
it's a hilarious joke.
They're always in my stuff, and it's possible they got into my. It's possible they're in to my YouTube channel. So,
why would they?
Tell me how that can happen. Tell me.
Well, she thinks they hacked her, but what I don't understand is why would they hack you, but not just delete all your videos? They're gonna sit and fuck with your YouTube comments. Why? Why do they have the time for this? Why do they care? Why wouldn't they just delete your stupid fucking channel? You think they want to drive you crazy? They don't need to drive you crazy. You're already crazy, you dumbass. They don't fucking need to put any effort into this. You're clearly a paranoid retard. So why would they need to devote effort into making you more fucking crazy? It doesn't make sense. They don't need to do shit and you wind yourself up like this. Sorry, I'm just yelling like a retard. Anything to say?
That's okay. Are you unwound a little bit now? Because
I am. Her ex-husband and his wife have been fucking with me too, and it's just making me very crazy right now.
Yeah. Well, let's hear more.
Listen, I had a hard time posting a reply to a comment once. I knew it was my ex-boyfriend hacking my account because what other explanation could there possibly be?
Well, he is in the Illuminati.
He is, although he thinks I'm in the Illuminati, but maybe he's the one that's in the Illuminati.
That's right. And these subtle, in fact, almost imperceptible means of manipulation, that's what they do. They don't do anything as harsh as delete a video or a channel. No, they'll just subtly intervene in your comments.
Doc, what do you think the odds are that Rose New Blueprint is just a dirty, narcissistic, attention-seeking hooker who lies about anything that she possibly can to get attention and makes shit up constantly because she's a histrionic, egomaniac liar? What do you think the possibility of that one is?
About 90%. Yeah, pretty high, I think.
So you're pretty sure, huh? Wow.
Well, I put sprinkles of psychological distress over the top of that, and probably years of loneliness as a function of the other two. So, you know, it's a potent cocktail, but she is barking.
Are you saying she's lonely? She looks like she could get any man at the bar. How could you say such a thing about such a beautiful lady?
I'm just saying that it's nothing to do with how. Well, yeah, let's hear more of what she says.
I'm sure it's brilliant.
I'm sure profound.
Would suck. So and they might be, I don't know, they seem to be able to get into everything I do. I mean, I don't think it's that hard when you're high up in the Illuminati or you have friends that are high up in the Illuminati. Here is my Max Stone. I call it my Max Stone. Still smells just as good as ever.
Oh my fucking God, okay? The stone is named for Max Spears, the super soldier who overdosed on drugs and died over the summer, and who lots of retards think was murdered by the Illuminati. So the stone is somehow the same as Max Spears. And the bitch stops her video in the middle to hold up a stone and smell a rock and tell you how great the rock smells. It smells as great as ever. Jesus Christ, lady! Lithium! Lithium! You need lithium! What's wrong with you? Get help!
There's no one in this woman's life to say, do you want to just think about what you did? Just sit back quietly and think about what you just did.
She's smelling a rock, dude.
Yeah.
She's smelling a rock and saying it smells good. Get laid! Buy a hooker if you have to! Come on! What's wrong with you?
I may go down to the beach tomorrow and just smell a bunch of rocks.
Oh my God, she's smelling a rock, dude. Ugh. All right, more Rose Blueprint, everybody.
You know, guys, if you want to smell a rock and it's consensual, that's fine, but don't post it all over YouTube.
No, if you want to smell a rock, you better keep it to yourself, okay? You may very well end up on this show if you just go proudly smelling rocks all over YouTube, all right? You don't want to end up on this show. Nobody who ends up on this show, including ourselves, is destined for great things, okay?
Yeah. Once it's a poison clan, and once you're on here, it's over for you. Pretty much over for you.
Quicksand, bitch. Look what happened to Patrick Coleman. Do you want to end up like Patrick Coleman? You don't want to end up that way. Although you may very well be just as bad already. So who knows?
Put the rock down. I have to say, though, that's a good-sized rock. If it's a real rock, she's got a good grip on her.
I want to see her do the same thing as that robot from Westworld where she picks up the rock, she just smashes it into her head over and over. That's how this shit end. Kind of hurt.
But she's gonna start kissing it now.
She's gonna put it in her vajayjay.
Maybe it's a yoni rock.
Could be a yoni egg. Looks like it would cause some internal hemorrhaging, but who knows?
I love my Maxie. I still like to...
She calls it her Max.
It's named after Max Spears.
Oh my God, you are fucking weird! Get a grip! Get a grip! You're insane!
So she has a scent rock named after a dead guy that she didn't know.
Smells just like Maxie.
Ew.
Oh my God, you psycho bitch.
That's so creepy.
Pretend he's alive and that he got away and that he somehow got away.
He got away and he transferred his soul into this rock so that I can smell him in my videos. I would rather not exist than be a rock.
That's exactly what she's saying. You know, he got away from the Illuminati, but I guess the heroin and cocaine kind of caught up with him.
You know what? Don't ever do heroin and cocaine. Pick one. Don't be greedy, or you'll end up just like Max Spears. All right? That was very insensitive.
Just say no, and it's a shame he died, but his scent is not captured in this woman's rock.
I bet he smells like hardcore BO. Just venturing a guess.
Somehow, I know, like I said, somebody goes back in time, one or two people, or three, go back in time, and A, warn him, B, switch the poison.
Has one of her thoughts ever reached a conclusion? Or does she just jump from retarded thought to retarded thought without ever following up? Without ever reaching a conclusion? Just one retarded thing after another?
I would like it if between each sentence she said, if this was a possible thing, which it isn't, then all of what I'm going to say will make sense, which it won't.
Now, she wouldn't say that because, of course, she's a very serious person. So,
with a rock.
With a rock that she needs to punch herself in the face with.
Out and give him something else which knocks him out but doesn't kill him, or knocks him out. They sneak off with his real body and they put a dead body and they put a clone in there.
Switch your thought. You've spoken for 10 seconds about one thing. Make sure you don't finish the thought before you skip to the next idea, okay? Because otherwise it won't be consistent.
So she's introduced clones and soul transfer, I think, in the Smelly Rock moment, which is a side story not related to the theme of the video.
Do you think that she masturbates while looking at this rock? I think it's a possibility.
We can't rule that out.
Do you think she sits on the rock while masturbating? I think it's a possibility because she was in love with Max Spears.
Maybe that's why the rock has a scent to it.
You know what we need to talk about, Max Spears? Our special guest, everyone! Surprise! CW Chancer! Just kidding. I would never do that to you guys.
Yeah, we love you, C-dubs, but...
Sorry, had to do it.
Yeah.
You're never invited ever again, CW. Fuck you.
I am positive that person that looked like Max, sort of, that was sitting between those two blondes when he had the two worlds, you know, that Polish one.
Didn't CW have this crazy bitch on his show? Oh my God, I have to look it up. I think he might have actually had this lady on his show. Oh my God,
she can come on the show and tell us what her rock smells like.
She won't come on the show because I like Robert Lester and she hates him. I'll look up CW Chancer videos. I think he might have had her. Oh no, it was Cara St. Louis. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. It was wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue.
Yeah.
And he's in Poland, and the two blondes are sitting here, and he's sitting in the middle with those horns coming out of his head. I think that was a clone. That was definitely not Max. I just don't think it was even Max drugged up. I think that was a body with a different being in it. That was not Max. It didn't even sound like him. His voice was really deep, and it was just weird. Like it kind of sounded like him, but not really.
She can't finish a sentence, dude.
Yeah, she's having a conversation with herself.
She makes it halfway through each sentence, and then just gets to the next sentence.
And then sniffs the rock again. Do you think...
Smells good. It smells like Max's balls.
And he was in Poland and the blondes, and it wasn't him. It was a different consciousness in his voice. And what? What?
I don't know. This lady's insane. Well, you know what? We're not... For real. Something. But we're not done with you, Rose New Blueprint. But lucky for you, we're done with you tonight. All right? So, you want to do some final thoughts, Doc?
Sure.
Shaman bigger.
Shaman forecast, I think, is interesting, and I hope that I'm wrong. I've published things before saying, prove me wrong, Patrick. This time, I'm not even engaging with him because he's not saying anything new. But I reckon, given the views that he has at the moment, he's going to do something heinous in 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, the cycle, as we mentioned, the cycle is getting faster and faster. It's just a matter of time before he's back in detox. I mean, let's just, like Doc said, 3 to 5 days. I mean, come on. You guys can hedge your bets on us. We're always right about Patrick, okay? So, yeah.
Yeah. He's interesting and if not fascinating, but not complex.
No, he's very simple and very easy to fucking figure out.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my final thought, except the rapture didn't happen again. So Rapture Watch continues. Our friend Fat Damon is still digging in the woods trying to find his cache of SpaghettiOs that he buried.
Well, Rapture Watch continues. Shaman Watch continues. I say that next episode we catch up with Fat Damon It's been maybe a month or so since we know what happened with Fat Damon, so we need to see what's going on with him.
A lot has happened in his life, and I'm glad to say he's thriving, surviving, and proselytizing.
Seems to be on the upswing.
Yeah.
But maybe next week Ron will manage to be here for the whole episode. Who can say? You know, it's all a big toss-up. But yeah, I don't really have much else to add. I want to say, Patrick, go fuck yourself. I also want to say, Amy, keep giving money to Patrick, you dumb bitch. Okay? So go ahead, keep doing that. See if that gets you anywhere. And I guess that's it for me. Anything else for you, Doc?
It's been a very enjoyable show. I've really enjoyed Fecal Follies.
Fecal Follies, future segment. More Fecal Follies to come.
Yeah. And the hoarding thing fascinates me, especially when it's combined with Jenkum. So I'm going to be dredging the dark reaches of the web to find more freaks.
You know what? Vic just said the next week is Thanksgiving, and I did not realize the next week is Thanksgiving. I know that's a holiday for you. I don't know if Ron's going to be available, but it is possible, guys, that we will shift next week around, or depending on Doc's schedule, because I know he's super busy right now, things may possibly change for next week. But since Ron's not online right now, we'll just figure it out later. So we'll let you guys know what's going on with the next episode as soon as we know, okay?
Absolutely, that works out.
But
Great.
I'm available to do a late episode, so we'll just see what happens. All right, guys?
Yeah. And in the meantime, hopefully we'll hear back from Shaman Wiley.
Yeah. Wiley, contact us. We won't pay you, but we will kiss your dirty, disgusting asshole. So come on our show and talk shit about Patrick.
Yeah, I'll spring for a pizza. You can have a pizza all to yourself.
He'll send it from Iceland.
Yeah. I'll send the drone over with it.
Well, by the way, guys, I will do some more Mystic Kool-Aid episodes soon, and I need to do Secret Magic Kool-Aid. That is coming soon for you Patreon subscribers. Anything that you need to announce, Doc?
No, Shaman Watch continues, but no new content because Patrick has no new content. It's the same old bullshit.
Yeah, and his new content is actually recycled old content. So fuck you, Patrick.
Yeah, comes under the category of addressed and refuted 10,000 times already, but you don't learn quickly, do you, you dirty shaman?
I will say, Patrick, the second that you do something interesting, we'll be there. All right? Yeah. So you better just keep your fingers crossed.
We'll be all over you like a fat kid on Smarties.
Well, guys, make sure you check out omni-eros.com. Make sure that you subscribe to Doc Savage's channel. Make sure you subscribe to Son of Eris. Make sure you subscribe to Mr. Mental Inertia. We're on Twitter. What am I on Twitter? I think I'm omni-eris on Twitter. Omni-eros with an I on Twitter. Are you on Twitter right now, Doc?
At shamanwatch.com.
You guys can mail us at psychicvampirespodcast@gmail.com. And always remember, TJ, you're a stupid fat fuck. Ben, you're cool. Paul, you're a dirty sycophantic retard. And Scotty, you're just a straight up retard. All right? So fuck you, drunken peasants. And I think that's it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Fuck you, drunken peasants. All right? Bye.
Bye.